Let me make sure we're live on YouTube. Sorry. We're live on all platforms. Y'all, we're all live on all my platforms. TikTok, IG, kick.com, djmoondawglive, and live on youtube.com/djmoondawglive. Guys, if you're on TikTok or IG, I'll always tell y'all the best viewing experience is always going to be on the other platforms. You can chat a lot better and everything. If you want to support the stream and content, you can always hit the Cash App or drop a bomb, shout you out, or come over and sub to the Kick streams or become a member on YouTube, and it's definitely appreciated for the support. All right. Now that we got that out the way, I see we're all good. Let's see right here. All right. Today, let's take a look at another video from my man, The Desirable Truth, on YouTube. As always, make sure you support, sub to his channel. He got some dope content. The unpleasant reality of modern love. We're back in Miami for our latest street interview. See what happens on this episode.
What's your age?
33.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
I broke up with my ex-boyfriend who wanted to marry me because there was a power struggle in our relationship, and I wanted him to dominate me.
What?
Because I don't want to be the leader, but I was the leader.
So,
Like that.
So she basically had a simpy ass boy. Hey, I tell y'all, man, women really do not want a man that they could walk all over. They might if they're just using them, but like on some, if she wants to be into you, like you ain't gonna get no respect, bro. Some of y'all be getting ran over, like steamrolled by some women. You got no spine, for real. She just came out the gate basically saying that.
So why didn't you just submit to
Justin,
him?
what's up?
Because I didn't feel safe with him. If he made me feel safe, I would have naturally submitted, and we'd be amazing.
So what were some of the things that he did that made you feel like you were the one leading?
He couldn't make fast decisions, and I can make faster decisions.
Give me an example.
I mean, everything we did. He was gonna get his real estate license. He couldn't even pick the date for the test. Like, I'm sorry, I have 2 real estate licenses. I can pick dates for tests. Like,
At 43,
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not mad at anything she said. She basically said he was indecisive, lacked decision-making ability, probably lacked ambition. Yeah, those are all signs that you are not gonna make it very far. That woman is gonna leave your ass, bro.
what's the youngest girl you'd date?
I mean, I wouldn't date anybody less than 18. Yeah, 18.
So 18 is the youngest you'd go.
Yeah.
You don't see any issues with that having that much of an age gap.
They're gonna roast his
No,
ass
she
for
can
this.
join the military. She can buy a gun. She can smoke a cigarette. She can travel into the world. She's an adult. She's an adult that can go to college, be free, travel the world. She's an adult.
Yo, hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. Hear me on this. I actually agree. Now, don't conflate me. I would never like date an 18-year-old. There's the mental aspect of it all. They gonna be clingy, emotional. I just don't have the patience for that. However, on the principle of the matter, they're a legal adult. I find it weird in our country how we pick and choose when people are adults, right? On the books, you're a legal adult at 18, but then you'll see on Twitter and social media, people will be like, largely women will be like, oh my God, you're a predator if you're an older man dating an 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old or whatever else, and you're 30 plus or something like that. Well, it don't make sense. They make the argument that, well, you don't fully develop mentally till you're 25 and all this other stuff. So if we're gonna run by that metric, then maybe we should raise the legal adult age to 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we pick and choose the standards here? At 17, I had my mom sign a waiver and I was in the military. I was out. So I can essentially put my life on the line at 18, but an 18-year-old woman doesn't have enough cognizant awareness to know whether or not it's right to date a guy older or younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, we strip away a lot of this shit, and this is why I have a problem with that. But on the principle of it all, I agree with them. Like, you're 18, you're an adult. You would hope that your parents raised you with enough common sense to make sound decisions. Are you going to make perfect decisions? No, you're young. We all make dumbass decisions at 18, 19, 20 and stuff. Some people still make dumbass decisions in their 40s. It's just part of life. You can't buy cigarettes at 18 anymore, so really it's 21. Yes, but at 18 you can sign contracts. You could get into the adult work. You see what I'm saying? Like you could do a vast amount of other things. You can go to the military and die the next day. Like you see what I'm saying? Like this is where it gets to be weird. Even beyond that, hear me out. If you're 16 years old and you commit a crime, and if it's crazy enough, what do? They charge you as an adult. You're 16 though, but they will up you and just say, yeah, we're just gonna run them as an adult. You see what I'm saying? It's so, I think this needs to be a conversation in our society about how we pick and choose what age is an adult and when it isn't. It fluctuates so much. There needs to be what's one standard that we just all say, at this age, it's fair game, okay? Whatever it is, criminal, personal choices, legal, you know what I mean? Like there needs to be just one set number and let it ride.
I mean, what
they can charge you at 15, depends on what you did. Exactly. And imagine you're 15, you don't really like at 15, offing someone isn't right. There's some core things on there, but sometimes you might not understand the ramifications of an action you're doing. Maybe it was unintended. Someone got injured, severely injured. You didn't really know the full you know what I mean? And they'll run you up as an adult. That is always like a very, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. It's just something I noticed though. You know what I mean?
would you
If you can be tried as an adult at 18, then you're an adult. Okay. Okay. I'll say if you can't buy me an alcoholic drink, you are not old enough. Yeah. And to each their own. I don't fault you. Like, again, just because I believe 18, an older person dating someone at 18, it's legal. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it from a legal perspective. I wouldn't personally do that.
a 43-year-old man have in common with an 18-year-old woman?
Sexual attraction, confidence, experience, protection, provision.
And you feel like you'd be able to provide more for her than a guy her age would?
Absolutely, 100%.
So why does society frown upon that then?
Oh, why does society frown upon it? I would say there's a lot of men that have their children and always want to view them as their little girl, but they're not. They, like the biblical verse is that when a man or a woman becomes of age, you leave your parents, and now you're an adult to choose to cling to somebody else, to become one. That's what sex is, becoming one with somebody. And so, they need to leave that. They're not, even though a lot of guys think it's daddy's little girl forever, it's like, that's not what she wants to be. She wants to be someone else's daddy. She wants to have her own daddy, you know what I mean? Like, and so, just biologically, the facts that girls from, 16 to, 25, they're the most, fertile to be able to have children, most healthy. So, yeah.
T-Storm, what's
what if it
up?
was the
Ricky,
other
what's
way
up?
around?
Amanda, what's up?
43-year-old woman,
I'm not seeing
18-year-old
chat.
man.
That's weird.
That's up to them. Yeah, that's up to them. You know what I mean? Like, if he's got mommy issues and needs to work him out, you work him out. I mean, I'm not opposed to that.
But how would you tackle a situation approaching a daughter's father if she was 18 and he was your age?
Oh yeah, with complete respect, complete understanding that, hey, this is your daughter, I understand she's your daughter, and complete respect towards him, and I'm gonna respect her, understand it's your daughter, and have a real sit down with him, I'm serious about her, I'm not just trying to waste her time, and I'm looking to actually have something of a future. Yeah.
What's your age?
28.
If I wanted to take you out, where would you want to go?
I would like a daytime vibe. Take me to lunch. Take me to a brunch. Show me what you do, but just me and you. Don't bring me around your friends.
Let's go to Chipotle.
We can go to Chipotle if that's what you want to do. That's cool. Just pay for my fucking tacos.
So why is Chipotle like an okay date for you?
Because I love Chipotle tacos. Are you kidding? I don't care. I don't care about this shit. A lot of girls in Miami, you may think, care about it, but I don't care.
So
Let's go to Chipotle first. That's it.
Guys, I gotta go on a record. I gotta go on a record right here. Let me tell y'all this. Especially if you're of Latin background or whatever, for anybody to be actually say that Chipotle tacos are fire, you're tweaking, bro. That shit is so trash. It's like Americanized Mexican cuisine. I never, to this day, I think people are weird that put rice in their burrito or some shit. Like it just blows my mind. I just got to get that one off my chest. I'll take all the smoke. I will die on that hill. Chipotle is trash, and y'all go there consistently for that little baby ass scoop of proteins and your 3 little things of chicken in your burrito. Y'all can miss me with that shit. I will go to a little hole in the wall Mexican store, or even the vendor on the street with the little cart, and go get me about 10 tacos for $3, and they all be fire. Okay.
First date. Second date, yes, impress me. If I give you that second date, you better fucking impress me second date.
So what qualities are you looking for on the first date when you meet a guy?
Like chemistry, period. I just need chemistry. Like, can you make me laugh? Do you laugh at my jokes? Can I see this going elsewhere? Yeah.
Is there anything that shouldn't be discussed?
Don't talk about your ex.
True. That's really a big one.
That's it. I don't like the question also, like, what are your plans for the future? Like, let's talk about that later.
And how do you feel about sex on the first date?
Sex on the first date? No, that's too much. I mean, if it's like super like, no, I say no. I say no sex on the first date. Let's not do it.
What's your age?
I'm 30.
I don't know. I've had my share of first date hookups. It was just the vibe was so immaculate. It just happened very organically. If it happens like that, if it just flows, just roll with it. You just roll with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're trying to force it, that's a whole different story. Drink, what's up? Said, seeing you live tonight means only one thing. Your editor will be busy tonight. Yeah, editor will be busy tonight.
33 years old.
Are you single?
No, I'm in a relationship.
How long now?
I've been in a relationship for 3.5 years.
Okay. Do you ever struggle with thoughts of infidelity when it comes on to your relationship?
No, because I have a one-way open relationship, so I can have sex with other girls. So if I want to fuck another girl, I can do it, as long as it's not like my ex or something.
Oh, my man got it set up.
Now, why is it okay for it to be open on your end, but not for your girlfriend?
I never looked at it as like, is it okay or is it fair? It just comes down to what works. My girlfriend really has no desire to fuck other guys. I have a mild desire to fuck other girls. I would say as the years have gone, like when we first started dating, that desire was like moderate to strong. And now that we've grown closer and closer, it's much more mild. But yeah, she just, we're just different. She has no desire to fuck dudes. I have a desire to fuck girls. So it's something that works for both of us. She's not jealous. And I'm somewhat jealous, so I would never be okay with, like, the idea of another guy having sex with her. To me, it would be like watching my dog get kicked. It would be like painful and gruesome, but for her, she doesn't have that gut reaction.
What's up, Becca?
So how does one go about even bringing up having an open relationship to a woman?
Yeah, I mean, not every girl's going to go for it. I think that's the thing. Actually, I would say a small percentage of girls are going to go for it, because a lot of girls, like, look, you can convince a girl who likes you to go along with it, but if she's not okay with it deep down inside, she's going to build up resentment, and eventually the whole thing is going to blow up. So
that's
there's
true.
this small percentage of girls who are not jealous,
Yeah.
right? And most girls have some level of jealousy. So part of it is luck and screening. Number two is just kind of setting the right frame from the start. When I first met my girlfriend, we were fuck buddies. She knew I was a massive fuck boy, so she kind of knew what she was getting herself into with me. Like, I didn't come off as like a, hey, yeah, I'm gonna be, your one and only type of thing, even though that might be what we become inevitably. So it was just kind of like setting the right frame, having conversation with her when we started dating. And yeah, part of it is luck. It's just that she's open. She doesn't have jealousy issues.
What's the most a man has spent on you in one night?
Probably like $6,000.
$6,000?
Yeah.
$6,000. Let me ask y'all watching this right now. In your mind, do you think after $6,000 spent on that night, do you think he smashed those guts? Let me ask you. Be honest. And I know there's ladies here too. Ladies, let me ask you. A guy takes you out on this $6,000 extravagant date. Not that it is expected, but would you be inclined to be like, man, this shit was amazing. I'm gonna give him some of this box. I mean, $6,000. So they're like, you're fucking right. Can we all agree? Like, there's has to be some level. Got to be something going down. That's crazy. $6K. You know what I mean? Dude got lucky with his one-sided open relationship. Yeah, that's very rare. It's very rare for something like that to be the case. Curd, what's up, man? I wish 6K, she better suck a mean wiener for 6K. Something like that. I think she ate another girl with him. You know, it's possible. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
For what?
I mean, we're in Miami, like maybe like me and my friends are out and we want to go somewhere, so the guy buys us a whole table, so.
And then buys you all drinks and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think that there's a woman in Miami who's taking a group of guys out, bringing them to the club, buying them a table,
No.
and spoiling them on drinks?
Absolutely not, unless it's like a sugar mama.
Now, why isn't that the case?
That's just the way society is. The man's supposed to be the breadwinner most of the time and the caretaker, so that's just how it is.
But the man that spent this amount on you, were
Did
you
he smash?
dating him, seeing him, or was he just
No, just somebody I met.
same night?
Yeah,
That's how much he spent.
yeah. We're in Miami.
Yo, he needs to ask the follow-up question. Did you smash? She's omitting important information in this story. There's no way. Yes, it is Miami, but even 6K, it's not chump change. Even in Miami, it's still not chump change. You know what I'm saying? Did he smash?
I'm
So-
sure it's not unusual for most girls for a guy to do that, honestly.
Did she just say, wait. What'd she just say?
Yeah. We're in Miami. I'm
So-
sure it's not unusual for most girls for a guy to do that, honestly.
Did you hear what she just said? Ladies, right now, they're here. How many of you had a man spend $6,000 on you on the one night on the first meeting? This goes to prove my point. First off, Miami is its own world in dating. It is. Don't even consider that real regular dating. It's its own place. You got a lot of men that are tricking off, buying the punani. Sometimes outright. Other times it's like, it's like this, right? They're just throwing their money around to win you over, and then you're like, oh, I want to see what else I can get, and then eventually you're gonna smash. You know what I'm saying? It's like an unsaid thing. How many women in here had a man? How many of you watching this back on the YouTube replay video have had a man spend $6,000 on you the first night they met you? It's like eerily quiet, because that is not the reality. She just said, I'm sure most women have that experience. No, it's not the case. That is not the case. Again, it's proof that there is a super big disconnect from a woman like her from the majority of women, right? Because she's moving around in Miami. She's a pretty girl. So, you know, she's surrounding herself with all these men that are tricking off. And she assumes that every woman experiences what she experiences. It's super a big disconnect. 305, what's up, bro? The man is the wallet for them. Yeah, true.
How important is a man's income to you?
I want the man to be a leader and a provider. It's pretty important because he needs to be able to take care of us, right?
So in Miami, how much would he need to make?
500,000.
500K in Miami. And is that to date you, or is that just to live in general?
I just think that's what people that I hang out with make.
Once again, she's in Miami. She's probably in those social circles that are not many people are in. She's got a very skewed view of the world. For her to say that a guy needs to make 500K, do you know how it's such a small, tiny number of men that are making 500K a year? 500K a year? 500K a year? you know what I'm saying? You know how it might be like not even a full percentage point of men. You know what I mean? She had one too many drinks. You know what it really sounds like? It sounds like she smokes too many Virginia Newports or Virginia Slims or something like that. She got that smoky ass voice. Not attracted to that.
Do you make that much as You make that much on your own.
Yeah.
So do you think
Bro, she make 500K a year?
And so I've come to the conclusion that I might be the breadwinner, but I by no means want to be the breadwinner. I don't. Like, this was an accident.
So do you feel like that makes you a high value woman as well, making that amount?
No, I think what makes me a high
What's up,
value
Jax?
woman is that I want to be a mom, I want to be a wife, I love giving blowjobs, I love
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, yo, I'm not gonna lie. She went 3 for 3 in that one. She want to be a wife, she want to have kids, and she likes to suck wieners. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give her her credit, y'all. I'm going to give her her credit. That is definitely 3 great qualities in a potential wife. You know what I mean? I'm not mad. She's still delusional, but at least she's got like some aspects of this thing together. You know what I'm saying? What's up, George? Oh, that was funny. That's like 1%. I don't even think it's a full 1%. Think about the men that make over 500K. Then you have to remove old ass men, perhaps, like because they're not gonna want to date an old man. Like a man that's making 500K more times than not is gonna be a much older man. It takes a lot of time to ascend to that level. Sure, you're gonna have some of your entrepreneurs that hit it big young, maybe a tech guy hit it big with a super big app or whatever. But the majority of men that are making that are gonna be much older. It took a lot of years to climb up the corporate ladder or build their businesses up and so on and so forth. You got to take out the men that are already married. You got to take out the men that might be gay. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then like what's left out of that pool? It's going to be like a 0.00, not, you know what I'm saying? My G getting sloppy top after that interview. No, I don't think so.
creating a nice home. Like, I want to be a caretaker. I think what makes a woman high value is creating a home for your husband, for your children, something nice for them to come home to, comfortable, like there's a nice meal on the table, satisfying your man sexually. I do not think men need or want women in the workforce.
And what
I ain't gonna lie. She's so interesting because on one side she's so delusional with like the requirement of a man, yet she's actually talking about things that men value. Like if you're gonna wife a woman up, everything that she said right there are things that a man actually looks for and would hope to find in a woman that she views it as like that's what she wants to do. I don't think in our day and age somehow we've lost our way and not realizing that the most important thing in life, y'all, remember I'm gonna tell y'all this, the most important thing in our lives is our family. It's our familial unit. It is raising our next generations. Somehow we've gotten lost in the rat race of life and think it's all about money, it's all about materialistic things. Bro, family, when it's all said and done, when you lose your job, you lose your this, you whatever, you're stripped down to, if you have nothing left, you always have family. That is one of the greatest things that we as humans can do, is to have a family, raise the next generation, instill in them the morals, the traditions. That is so important, and we're losing our way in there. So I just find her interesting because she's like delusional on one side, yet she actually is speaking about like what her as a woman, what she would do. And it's like, yeah, that's commendable. Like men are going to look for that. We got to kind of find our way back, bro, to the, got to kind of find our way back with this. That's how I feel about it. What's up, Ms. K? Good to see you.
do you think makes a man high value?
That he is successful and can provide the home that I'm going to make cozy and nice for him. He needs to be able to provide it, and then I will take care of it.
What's the most you'd
I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying?
spend on a first date at 43?
Oh man, first date, coffee or a drink, just one drink, and really, and also I would say that, like, not even that, just see if you can just initially just be able to walk with somebody without having to do anything, just you both being the gift to each other, your presence both being the gift to each other, and then that should be what it's about. And then, hey, can I do something for you?
What do you think that most
Yo, I agree with this. If you can't, like, and this is where the dating rhetoric we see online is so dumb about first dates got to be extravagant. I'm of the belief that your first few dates, it should be very simple. They don't have to be overly complicated, overly expensive. They can be very simple things because you're just trying to initially feel each other out to even know if like there's anything there to even explore further. So why make a crazy investment and all that? From both sides. I mean, a woman, you don't want to do all this work to get ready and do all this stuff just to go out and you realize like, I don't really like this guy. I want to get out of here. Just go do something for coffee, go for a walk or just somewhere you can hang out. And what he said right there about doing something that allows you to focus on each other, I think is actually something that people don't put enough effort into, because when you do other things, like I think movie dates are horrible unless you're like already been dating for a while, but like early on dating, like the first few months, few weeks, whatever, movie dates are terrible because you do things that distract you two from actually allowing each other to talk. And I think when you don't have those outside distractions and it's only just you two, you really start to see if there's a level of compatibility, because we have to engage each other like back and forth this whole time. There's nothing else to distract us. We're not doing anything else. It's just us two. Can we carry the conversation? Is there enough interest? I think it really says a lot. And he makes a very good point on that.
Women in your dating pool would accept that as a first date?
I'm not attracted to girls that are anyway first thinking about what they can get out of somebody. For me, that's just a user. And then your whole mindset, you're setting the frame to be a user from the very get-go.
Now, what's the most you've spent on a first date before in the past when you were younger?
What's the first? Man, that's a good question. I don't go on a lot of first dates. I'm really particular who I date. I don't know. First date, maybe $100.
Yeah.
And is there any difference between spending that much or, $20 coffee?
I think it's just kind of like what you feel. If you feel that night, like, you know what I mean? I want to get a coffee. You know what? No, I'm feeling, let's go do something else. But a first date, though, dinner's awkward unless you know the person. You don't even know if you're on the same page. So I would never do a dinner on the first date. Never.
No.
Let me add on to that. I think first dates are terrible. Going to a dinner date is a much more romantic experience. Why would you go on your first date with somebody? And I would even say this to women. Why would you want to go on a dinner date with a guy, first date, even your second date? Why would you want to go to an intimate dinner experience if you have no intentions of fucking being intimate with him? I'm of the belief, hear me out. This might be controversial. I'm of the belief that if a woman goes on a dinner date for your first date, knowingly she's not trying to smash, that she's going simply to use you for the dinner experience, for her Instagram, take the pictures of the meal and put it all up and everything. And that's it. Because if you're not planning to have any relations with that man, why would you go on an intimate dinner experience? And I same thing for fellas. Don't waste your time on an intimate dinner night. You're just meeting her for what? You're paying all that money. You're not. It doesn't make sense. Am I the only one that feels that way? The brisket video was one of my favorites. I'm glad you like that, Reed. This case said, "What are you eating?" I'm having fruit, cottage cheese, raspberries, and blueberries for my last snack of the day. High protein and stuff. You know what I mean?
Why wouldn't you invest that much? Now, why wouldn't you spend $150 on a dinner for a first date, as most women in Miami would prefer?
Because you're asking me to invest in something that I don't know if it's worth investing in.
Thank you. Thank
you.
But
a lot of women would say, well, you're not showing effort if you're just trying to tempt me to coffee.
Yeah, that's interesting. Showing effort. Yeah. No, effort is your intentions, your time, your focus, your true paying attention.
Yes.
Your true being present to somebody. That's truly
the
most valuable thing there is time.
Bro's cooking.
Do you have any guys?
Bro cooks so hard right there. Time is the most valuable asset that we have. It's not money. Please don't ever think that money is the most valuable. It's time. Time is the only resource that we cannot produce, reproduce, rewind, accumulate, reaccumulate again. It is here and it is gone. It is finite. We are all on the clock. Don't waste my time. And if I do make time for you, that is effort. It's not about the money. And that is another area where people are fucking lost. They think it's all about money. Time is a great indicator for a man or a woman to let you know if the other person is actually putting in effort. Are they making the time? Are they putting in the time? Because they could use that time that they can't get back, and they're investing it in you.
Friends?
Of course.
How many?
I mean, like friends people that are strictly platonic. like a few that I see here and there, but not people like I text. I'm not a texter. I don't like text on the usual, but.
So let's say we were dating,
Okay.
and one of them wanted to hang out with you one-on-one.
One-on-one?
Yeah.
That's not a thing. One-on-one friends. I don't hang out one-on-one friends with my platonic friends. No, I don't do that.
Why not?
She knows.
Because that's weird. They're not. It's a group setting. Like, bring somebody else. All right,
So-
I gotta go.
But you can
You gotta
relate.
pay me now. After this point, you gotta pay me. You gotta pay me now. Bye.
Do you want to?
Pay you.
Does a woman need income to be high value in your mind?
In my mind, personally, not really, no. I do generally date girls who have something going for themselves. I don't like dating girls who are just like influencers or like even waitresses. I like girls who have jobs or at the very least passions they're pursuing. I find that to be a lot better because there's no chance they're gonna try to leech off you. So my girlfriend has like a really good career. Like she doesn't need my money. She has enough money of her own. But for me, no, I would not probably say income plays a significant role in whether she's a high value woman or not.
And that's because
I don't need a girl's money. I have my own money. I would never, it's not something I value. Like a girl's honesty directly affects me if we're in a relationship. A girl's intelligence even directly affects me. Her looks affect me. Her income doesn't affect me, assuming she's not a gold digger. Like let's say she's making $30,000 a year, $300,000 a year. As long as she's not hitting me up for money, that doesn't affect my experience with her. So it doesn't benefit me in any way. But, you know, I do admire the fact that my girlfriend was able to go out and start a successful career on her own. But the fact that she makes money is not something that benefits me because I don't need her money.
What's up, Demi?
I have my own money.
if we were dating, would I need to pay for your hair and your nails?
Honestly, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What gives you that mentality?
I mean, like, if you want me to look good, then you gotta pay for it.
Yo, I hate this. I hate when I hear this. This makes me want to, like, smash my head against the wall. You were already doing this before. Why all of a sudden, when you get with someone, now it's on them and their responsibility. Certain things are just your own personal responsibility. For fuck's sake. How does he even smile about this? It's ridiculous. You're already doing it's not it's one thing if you never did this, you never did your hair, your nails, all this stuff, and you give it someone, okay, you gotta do, help me out, whatever. Like, you're doing this already before you even meet a man. But the minute you get with them, now you're passing off all your personal stuff on them. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. And my argument on this is it's on a matter of principle. It's not about spending the $200 or $300 that it might take for you to do this shit. It's on principle. Like, you already, like, you're an adult. Like, you mean you can't upkeep yourself? You was already doing it when I met you. That's the reason we're together, because you already was making yourself look cute and all this stuff. Now I gotta pay for the maintain it after the fact? The fuck? How come we can't use that shit? Yo, fellas, how come we can't use that argument or that logic again with them? You get with me? Damn, babe, I'm gonna need barbershop money. I need to get my beard lined up. I need you to give me some bread. Like, what the fuck? Can we not do this now? We need to spin the block and, like, hit them with that line. And see, they're gonna be like, yeah, right, I ain't paying you. Well, then see how stupid it sounds? Imagine, because I was already getting haircuts and my beard lined up before we met. But now that we're together, you got to pay for it, babe. You want me to look handsome for you. Like, that's, every woman will look at you crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Lucky lady, what's up, babe?
But if you were doing it before I came into your life,
Thank you.
why do I have to start doing that now that I'm your man?
Thank you.
I would say because you would want me to look good, so you would want me to do those things.
Surely you're not just going to
Fall off.
not
Yeah.
dress up and represent
you.
yourself properly if I
My
don't
God,
pay
she's
for
so
it.
dumb.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I would probably go maybe look for somebody that would.
All right, we know it is. This bitch a gold digger. The classic gold digger. Classic gold digger. I would just go and look for somebody else. Classic gold digger. Hey, y'all know, like, back in the day on the milk carton boxes, they would have, like, the help find the little thing. They need to put her shit on, like, they need to be like a golddigger.com website where they get all these women on the internet that are gold diggers and they put them on, like, a FBI most wanted, like, panel, so anybody can look them up, like, oh, is she a gold digger? Yep. Stay away from her.
So,
Who said men can't? I mean, a man could say that, but the thing, Amanda, is, like, no woman would ever take a man seriously if he said, okay, now that we're together, you got to pay for my haircuts and my beard linings, right? No woman would ever Ever. Maybe a sugar mama. But my point is that no man would ever think to himself, like, now that we're together, you got to take care of that for me. Why? Because he was already doing this. He was already doing it before he met you. We do this as a part of, one, to make ourselves, you know, feel good and look good. Two, we also do these things to attract other people. You're not going to just let go of that after the fact.
How much do your nails cost?
She takes my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she trifling. Big Mike, what up? My brother sent her off with a pickaxe.
Probably like anywhere between 60 to 80, like every 3 weeks.
And hair?
Depending on the hair, sometimes $90, sometimes $1,000.
$1,000? And I would have to foot that as your man?
I mean, if you're not gonna pay for it all, maybe like at least half.
At least half.
Wait, can any woman tell me what hair costs $1,000? I gotta know this. I'm not clearly a woman. Is there any woman here can explain to me what would be $1,000 spent on your hair? Is she like importing fresh virgin hair, Indian virgin hair, Remy hair or something? Like what is happening here? $1,000? Can some woman explain that to me? Someone else go pay the other half. Yeah. Maybe learn to do her own hair. She can't afford it. Something. What's up, Fuj? Extensions? Bro, my point is, where are these extensions coming from for $1,000? Are they gold laced? Are they platinum? Like, there's got to be, this just can't be regular ass extension hair. $1,000?
Why would it cost $1,000 to get your hair done?
If you get like extensions, if you get treatments put in your hair, like, I don't know. I like to have nice hair, so.
Is there ever a time where you would pay for your man's haircut, or, you know, you're required to, pay for stuff for him?
No. No, I'm not paying for his haircut.
And that's because?
That's a man's job.
What's the most expensive date you've been on?
I mean, my ex-boyfriend, our first date was him taking me to Hawaii, so that was a couple grand.
How was that your first date, though?
Because they're meeting these tricking ass men. I'm going to tell y'all like this. Men that have money, let me be clear. Let me say it like this. Money does nothing but amplify who you already are. If you're a man on principle, you have standards, you have boundaries, if you have integrity, all the money is going to do, if you get it, it's going to just enhance that, and you're going to be just more of that, and you're going to be more disciplined and focused on what you got going on because you have those characteristics baked into you. If you were a man that has no discipline, is reckless, and can't control your desires, all money is going to do is make you act out on those things. There's so many guys that I know that came up on money, you know, in my time in the music and radio industry, that got money, got big contracts, and they were out here reckless, spending money on bitches left and right. And I'm like, bro, all you're doing, you're burning through your bread and you're being used. And then they would come back like, I don't get it. I can't find a good girl. Like, bro, because you've literally labeled yourself in these circles of women. Now they know that you're the guy to go to because you're just going to pay all. You're going to pay for these trips. You're going to pay for all this stuff. You're going to buy them bags. You're on the, like, the hit list. Like, you're a mark at that point. You know what I'm saying? They know all they got to do is show you some ass and you're just going to go because you have no self-control. So there's a lot of men that got money that have no game, have no self-discipline, self-respect, and they will just throw money at women because they still got to buy pussy, even though they got money. So that's why I don't buy into that, man. Sometimes, you know, men with money, there's a lot of men with money that are still simps. There's a lot of men with money that got no riz. There's a lot of men with money that don't know how to interact with women properly, and so they buy their way. They just spend money to make up for the lack of substance that they have. because they can't converse, they can't interact, they can't engage properly. So that's also why I say like women miss out on good guys that maybe they don't have, maybe they have a modest job and whatever, but they got a good character. They can actually stimulate your mind. They will treat you well. They will care for you, you know, like, and they pass up on so many of these guys that are there because they're all chasing the same type of guy who got bread. And those guys are not always the best guys, I'd argue. A lot of times they're not. You know what I'm saying? $100 plus per ounce of hair at approximately 580 ounces, a labor rate of $100 plus per. Wow, that's a lot of money. She is capping harder than my boy DJ Moon putting on that cap. In fact, it's harder than the interviewer's hat. What? That is crazy. They said they're importing Jesus's hair from the 1800s. What? That's crazy.
Because he lived in Hawaii. I lived in New York.
He flew you
saw
out
him on a TV show, slid into his DMs. He said, come stay with me in Hawaii. And then he paid for it because he's a man.
Bro, she just admitted to being flown out. Come on, bro. We can't take this shit seriously. She literally admitted to being flown out, acting as if it was some date thing. No, he flew you out to fuck and sent your ass back on an airplane to New York.
I've been on multiple first dates to other, like, even countries and stuff.
And what do the other ones compare to that?
I mean, I liked him the most because I actually made him, like, my boyfriend. The other ones, we didn't become anything seriously. They just courted me really hard. But, I mean, I would assume going out of the country would have probably been even more than that.
So
Hawaii's far.
So being that was your most expensive date, that was your most expensive first date, what would you be willing to accept now as a first date?
I'm looking for, like, energy. I'm looking for deep conversation. So I don't need, like, a fancy date. I just want to, like, have an in-depth conversation with you. We could take my dogs for a walk by the water, and that would be fine. Honestly,
Monica, what's up?
The guys that spend the most on the dates, surface level conversation. That's not what I'm looking for.
You feel like they're trying to impress you and make up for a lack of something else?
I don't feel like they're intentionally doing it, but usually it's just not like an in-depth thing. Like, everyone's gonna have fun in Hawaii. No one's not gonna have fun in Hawaii. So yeah, I'm gonna start liking him because we had this great vacation, but not because we had like this like amazing connection necessarily. If I met my ex at a random bar, would we have hit it off? Probably not, honestly.
What's the most you're willing to spend on a first date?
On a first date, so assuming that like I'm meeting up with one of the rare times I go out and fuck another girl, not a lot.
Hold on, they said, why does she sound wasted? She probably, I mean, they're in Wynwood, so she probably might have left the spot drinking or whatever else. They said, how you gonna have a deep convo with a slow talking chick? She is kind of like dragging it out. Yo, what's up? Hi, how you doing?
Fuck, I don't know, man. Like $40, $50. Yeah, I'm not into, like, I generally for my dates, like, it's very different with my girlfriend, right? But like with a new girl that I'm meeting up with, my plan A is to invite her straight to my place for a bottle of wine. If she's not comfortable coming over, I'll suggest let's go for a walk with my adorable husky while he supervises us, and then we can go back up to have a drink if you feel more comfortable. If she says no to that, I'll offer to meet her at like a dive bar nearby. But if she's like, oh, I want to go somewhere fancier, I'll just walk away. I just like have no patience for that.
Now, being that your relationship is open on your side, do you also tell the new woman that you're seeing that you have a girlfriend?
If she directly asks me, then yes, but I won't go out of my way to tell her that I have a girlfriend, at least not on the first date.
Brickle,
but if she
I'm
asks
sorry.
me, I won't lie.
I meant Brickle. I don't know why I said Wynwood.
What have some of your experiences in the past been?
I've never really had a bad situation, just simply because how I frame things. Like, if you look at my Tinder profile, or even if I go up and meet a girl in real life, it's pretty evident that I'm a fuckboy. Like, literally, even my girlfriend thought for the longest time that I was incapable of being in a relationship because I was too much of a fuckboy. So, like, if I do tell a girl, and I have many times, like, yeah, like, if girl's like, hey, so you know, when was the last time you had a girlfriend or something like that? I'll be like, well, actually, I mean, you know, I'll kind of give her a very short explanation. It's not like out of the blue. It kind of goes with the territory. So I feel like the issue a lot of guys get into isn't the fact that, for example, they're fucking other girls. It's the fact that the girl feels like she's been like kind of tricked or something like that, because the guy came up as like very traditional, very like conservative, and then suddenly he's like, oh, actually I'm fucking 3 other girls, and it's like a whoa, complete 180. But if you just present yourself right away like the way you are, which again for me is, you know, I say this word with love, fuckboy, then like there's not really an issue, because the girl's like, yeah, that's kind of what I signed up for.
At 28, what's a high value man to you?
A high value man to me is somebody that can make me feel stable. I need someone to make me feel like I'll be okay for the rest of my life. And if you can, then that's a high value man. I don't care how much.
She's not articulating that very well. You know what I mean? Like, you asked this question, I've yet to see a video where they can clearly articulate that answer. It's very ambiguous when they describe when they answer that question when they present it to them.
Money you make, if you have ambition and you have plans and we can even go into shit together, that's a high value man. If you haven't.
Hey, yo, listen, don't ever go into shit together. Don't mix business with pleasure, bro. Don't do it. That shit is a mess. The minute y'all divorce, now you gotta dissolve the company or buy them out, and it's just ugly.
Ambition, and if you can talk to me about how we can get shit done, how we can make money together, and how we can grow, and how we can start a life together, that's high value to me.
So I could be 28 and the manager at PF Chang's and planning our life out.
I mean, if you have other ambitions than that, if you're comfortable there, then no, sorry. We need to do more than that. If you have more ambition and you have plans to go elsewhere, then yes, you're the guy. That's cool.
And do you consider yourself a high value woman?
I do.
Do you think your income plays a part in that?
I mean, I can take care of myself. If we're talking income, I can take care of myself. Can I take care of everybody? No, but I can take care of myself. So if that pays a value in the person that I'm with, then okay. If not, then I don't know.
What else would make you a high value woman?
What else do you bring?
Because I'm a very loyal woman, and I hold myself to a high value, so I feel like
Crickets.
I'm very pick and choose who I let around me.
Crickets.
And I'm very pick and choose of who I like and who I can let in my circle, depending on their morals and how they move. So that's what makes me a high value person. I'm a good loyal girl that, you know, knows right from wrong, and I can see it in the other person. So I feel like if you reach my standard, then you're just as high value as me.
She just said a whole lot of nothing. They can't articulate that at all.
What's your age?
24.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
I have a lot of qualities I look for in a guy, and I haven't found the right person yet.
So,
he just needs to ask her how much her going rate is, bro. There ain't no way that she's not some kind of escort.
Qualities. Well, so what would you say are your expectations?
Somebody who is driven to be successful or successful.
So wait, do you prefer the guy who's already reached success or the guy who's working towards it?
I mean both, as long as the person looks like they're going to reach their goal, be successful in the future, then.
So give me the age range for the guy that you date then.
I would say
65 to 45.
23 to 28.
You're fucking lying. This bitch is lying, bro. After she just said she wants a guy to pay for her makeup and hair, what'd she say, up to $1,000 for her extensions? You think a guy between 23 and 28 got that extra bread to drop? Most guys in that age range are broke. The vast majority of guys in that age range are just getting into the workforce and in entry-level positions and early on and stuff. They're not at that level, bro. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Hey, TikTok, fuck y'all for flagging my stream for sexually suggestive content. Y'all are so stupid with your fucking moderation. Y'all can suck my dick.
Do you have the same...
By the way, I'm going to kill the TikTok stream, y'all, before they ban me. So if you're on TikTok, come on over to Kick. Kick.com, djmoondawglive, because they just flagged the stream. I can never do these streams on this platform because it's dog shit. Fuck TikTok. Later. I'm out. I can't, man. I really hate TikTok. I fucking hate that platform. Flagging my streams. You can't even have adult conversations because they flag it all. They're gonna ban you all and shit. I hate that platform.
Expectations for both of them, or does one get a little bit more leeway?
I'd say younger, they have a little bit more leeway, but if you're at the top, I kind of expect more.
So where does the 28-year-old need to be as opposed to the 23-year-old?
Successful in their career.
Making?
Hopefully 6 figures.
But a 23-year-old?
Almost 6 figures.
At 23, she is delusional. She is delusional.
That's a pretty close expectation for a 5-year difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't, man. I can't start 2024 getting myself worked up over these dumbass people on these streets of Florida, delusional, thinking a 23-year-old is going to have near $100,000 salary. Do you know how small a percentage of young men that age would even get to that point? You know, I think the only viable way that young man at that age is close to that amount of money is if they're a content creator, to be honest with you. But if they're on some corporate stuff, come on, 23, you just got out of college. If they went to college, you're in an entry-level position, maybe slightly above entry level, maybe been 2 years in the workforce. Are you kidding me? You know, maybe with few exceptions, maybe they're a software engineer. Maybe like they're in a very, one of those jobs or industries where you do make a lot getting in, but that's so untypical. You know what I mean? I just really can't. Drugs, realtor, or contractor. Yeah, I mean, even then, man, just delusional. She should have just said her dating age range is 65-45. She should just admit it. She's a sugar baby. 100%. 100%. Yeah, that's really crazy. Usually it's the opposite. They owe 6 figures from the tuition. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Out of college, you owing money. Yeah, that's the other part of it too. All right, y'all. We are back in the streets with It's Complicated channel. It's been a while since we watched one of their videos. Check them out on YouTube at It's Complicated channel. Sub to their channel since we're going to watch their video. Let's take a look at this one. It says sexually liberated.
Women often talk about hormones influencing their emotions and behavior. Why are there some women who shame men for being horny when testosterone is a male hormone?
Because men are always horny. Come on.
I definitely run
Well, we got a lot of testosterone. What do you mean? We got a lot of testosterone. What do you want me to do? Matrix, what's up, man?
on hormones myself, so I don't shame men. So I can't answer this question.
Shame is a strong word, and shame sometimes can be warranted if men are being inappropriate. I think that a lot of times men use having more testosterone as a scapegoat to acting inappropriately. But I think, you know, biology plays a big role, and that is something to be said of why a lot of things are different between men and women, but it's never an excuse to act bad.
Females, when they get horny, they seek attention, they seek to feel something, they seek something out of somebody. Especially with females in my generation, I feel like that's the main go-to they have. Now for guys, I'm gonna just keep it honest, we just want to get our stuff out. We want to let our stuff out. We don't care to put our heart into nobody else.
Are men more thirsty for sex, or are women more thirsty for attention?
Ooh,
It's a good question.
that's a tough one.
You know, women definitely like attention and affection, you know, and men, I guess because of how we're built, our testosterone, I think we have a strong, you know, hunger and desire for sex. I think it's just, I don't know, I guess God wired us that way. I don't know why, but I guess sometimes you have to ask the man upstairs.
Yeah, I think I'd be willing to say that it might be pretty equal in terms of if women want women wanting attention and men wanting sex. But what I would say the difference is that it's far more easier for women to get the attention. Just think about any woman that has like a guy that's lingering around that likes her, but she friend zoned him. She might want some attention and affections. What she do? Hey, want to just hang out? She's getting her fulfillment through that, even though there's no physical, sexual portion of it all. Meanwhile, that dude who wants something physical, he horny as hell. He ain't getting nothing out of it. I think it's easier definitely for a woman to get the attention versus most men to get actually the sexual fulfillment.
Which one is more of a biological need?
The sex, probably.
Attention, females, attention.
Which one is more of a biological need?
I feel like sex is more of a biological need. You feel me?
So why is one any more shameful than the other?
Because in female eyes, that's the only thing men cherish is sex. You feel me? So they feel like if it's not sex, it's not a relationship.
Why is male heterosexuality so stigmatized while gay and female sexuality is celebrated?
You said male heterosexuality is stigmatized? In what way?
Again, I think that that's wrong. I think that male sexuality is celebrated and that female sexuality is what people are like afraid of.
One key that opens a lot of locks is a great key, and one lock that opens for any key is a bad lock. Like that phrase, I think that it's morally wrong, and I don't think that it really. I think that men are allowed to be more sexual than women.
Why are there slut walks for women and pride marches for gays?
Because these are people that were marginalized for a long time, and now they feel that they can, have a little bit more of control.
Why are women so welcoming of gay men, but when women talk about straight men, guys are dogs, creeps, perverts, pedophiles, predators, and incels?
Yeah, bro asking the real questions.
Because they are. I'm sorry, but the way people think about men is because they've been terrible forever, and so we're just going to keep thinking that they're terrible the more they do terrible things. I don't shame men, so I can't answer this question.
He ran it back. He ran it back on her.
Been hurt by a lot of so-called straight men, and vice versa. A lot of men have been, hurt by a lot of women. So I don't know. I think I don't know if gay men appear to be less threatening to women.
I'm also not scared of gay men.
Yeah, like gay men, just like they feel so comforting and like. I don't know. I think a lot of women have been wronged by like straight men, and so I think when they see gay men, they see it as like a different type of man, and they're like, "Oh my God, I love you! Like you're so nice to me." Like majority of the time,
gay men celebrate straight women, and gay men understand that women experience a lot of bullshit from straight men. So it's kind of one and the same when gay men and straight women shit on straight men, because straight men kind of suck.
Can you think of any sexual preference that's currently more shamed and profited off of than male heterosexuality?
Not off the top of my head, no.
No, there's absolutely nothing. I mean, with porn and the rise of OnlyFans again, I mean, it's crazy. TikTok, everything is, it's just like, it's because of the capitalism. It's just completely driven by male heterosexuality. They use it against you. They torment your brain. People are getting brainwashed. They're unable to perform sexually when encountering real women because like society and social media and these different platforms on the internet have programmed, they've hardwired their brain. They brainwash these vulnerable men who seriously need help because there's no help for them.
Check the suicide rates, y'all. Check. It shows everything. It's hard out here for a guy. Like, no, not even trying to front or nothing for the men, but like it's hard out here for guys. So that's all. I'm just leave it at that.
Do you think that society is incentivized to keep men sexually frustrated and lonely because sex sells?
Yes.
Would you consider that to be sex bigotry?
Yeah, honestly.
So how will masculinity and self-improvement fix this sex bigotry against men?
I don't think okay, women love masculine men, but like I said, women are complicated sometimes and have hella preferences. So masculinity can only take you so far.
Do we fight race bigotry by telling blacks to sculpt themselves to become better slaves?
What the
Honestly, that's a great way to put it, but I don't know, man. I honestly don't know.
Well, why do we fight sex bigotry by telling men to sculpt themselves to become better slaves to women?
See now, it's like, you feel me? We look at it and say that's different, but it's really not, to be honest, in a certain way when you really think about it.
So how will self-improvement fix this sex bigotry against men?
I just think we all just need to preach equality, you know?
So how is that not oppressing men's sexuality?
I think that men's sexuality is what you see everywhere, so it's not being oppressed. I've seen, as I was walking on the strip, I've seen plenty of naked women and ads for female strip shows. Those are all for men, right? So.
Right, but they're all for money. It's all about selling it. It's not about giving it away, right?
Right.
So it's profited off of.
Right.
It's all about selling sex, not, right?
Well, yeah, of course. Everyone wants to make money off everything. Gay or straight, whatever. Like.
I mean, yeah, sex definitely sells. I mean, you see strip clubs for men. You see all these outlets for them to release their testosterone, their natural emotions, their hormones. But I don't think you would see the same thing for women, because it's not as profitable, and they want to take advantage of vulnerable men because, yeah, I mean, men's mental health isn't talked about as much. I mean, the suicide rates for men is astronomically higher than the suicide rates for women. And there's been studies that prove that it is directly correlated to the fact that sexual drive and the effect that the sexual drive has on men is one of the leading causes and is directly correlated to the high suicide rates in men.
Yo, I'm going to take that step further because I've looked at it. I think it's not just about sex. It's that there's a lot of men that aren't finding a partner. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people know this, and this is kind of like a little key for women, like giving y'all the game right here on this one, right? To get the best out of a man, he has to have a purpose. And if you're with a guy, if he doesn't have a purpose within that relationship, and in this case, generally it speaks to our natural inclination to protect, provide, care for our girl, right? It's like, that's my, how can I equate it to something maybe most people might understand? Think about it like if you have a child, maybe perhaps, or say you have a pet that you just really, really love. When it's a baby and whatever, you just like, you get that feeling of like this, I gotta protect it by all costs. I guess I can maybe use that as a way to kind of describe that feeling. If like, as a man, when you have someone that you love, like a woman that you love and you care for, you just want to do anything and everything to protect her feelings, her physically. You just want, that's my girl. I'm gonna do whatever. If a man has that in his life, it gives him purpose. It gives him the purpose to go out and work to bring home, the bread. It gives him purpose to do things for, right? Giving him a family gives him purpose. And a lot of men don't have that purpose. And when a man doesn't have purpose, he becomes dangerous. It can be dangerous to the public, but in a lot of cases, it becomes dangerous to himself, because what happens, he falls into despair. There's no purpose. What am I doing here? I mean, what am I going to do? Just work for myself? A man is at his best when he's working towards something, for something, his family in particular here. So when men don't have that, that's why we see these astronomical suicide rates for young men. They're not, their hope is lost that they're going to find someone that will accept them and love them, let alone have sex with. And when you're partnerless, it's in our human nature to bond, pair bond, have someone. When they don't have this, they go down that road. They can take their own lives, or worse, they can go and take out that anger out in the public. And we've seen those acts of, you know what I'm talking about here. I don't want to say it, but you know what I'm talking about. So there's that. A man needs purpose, and a man having a family and children gives him great purpose to go out every day and fight through the world to provide, protect, and love. Those things that gives him that purpose.
I don't think that's my problem.
But I'm just asking, whether it's your problem or not, do you think that society can consider itself sexually liberated when men are excluded, as seen in the rise of lonely, sexless men?
Well, why are men excluded?
What do you think? You don't know?
Because they're creepy, and women don't want to have sex with them.
Do you think a guy is more or less likely to self-improve if he's getting laid?
Yeah, cause I feel like, you feel me, when you getting laid back to back, you just feel confident. You feel like that man, you feel me? So it's just like, yeah.
Aren't lonely people more likely to make poor decisions out of desperation, be depressed, and have an unhealthy lack of motivation?
Yeah, most definitely. Because when you feel me, when you down bad, you feel me, you think a little differently. You be thinking like just like primal almost. You just hungry for it, you feel me? It's different.
Should men have to go out and hunt and fish every time they're hungry?
No. Not when it's so accessible through society. You can just walk to McDonald's or Starbucks or something, you feel me?
Why should men have to go out and hunt every time they're horny?
Cause, you feel me, we don't get the benefits that women get. If women hold the power with you feel me, with they thing, you feel me, they hold the power and we don't, you feel me? Like, our values based off different stuff, you feel me? So we can't, it don't come to us most of the time.
What's the point of living in a modern society with convenience and accessibility?
Well, because we advanced over time, you feel me? So that's just the society that we came to live in, you feel me? So that's like, that's the new normal, you feel me? We don't gotta hunt and make stuff, craft stuff for real. Everything is at our fingertips.
I don't even like the society we live in nowadays. I feel like everyone's corrupt, and I just feel like, I don't know, society's not good right now.
Has sexual liberation ultimately benefited society, and if so, how?
I don't know. I don't know how it's benefited society as a whole, but I mean, obviously it benefits capitalism.
I think sexual liberation has done a lot more for women maybe than it has done for men. I think because women are normally the subjects of being sexualized and objectified, embracing that has allowed for a lot more opportunity and allowed for the stigma to be decreased a little bit. But I'm not sure it's like actually helped women in the grand scheme of things.
How has our society become sexually liberated when men are excluded, as seen in the rise of lonely men?
That's a hard question, but I also feel like it's important to remember that, like, men already have a lot of sexual freedom in our society, and that it's very difficult for, it's not very difficult, I would say more difficult for a woman in today's society than for a man to say that they had sex with someone and be proud of that.
Why does our society promote ourselves as sexually liberated, but when it comes to actual sex, we're so puritanical about it?
Because of religion.
You know, inside of our minds, I guess we're battling between the old order and the new order. You know, the old order is very puritanical, very, wait till you get married, do this, do that, but then at the same time, you turn on the television, you turn on the radio, you turn on, the internet, and, sex sells, like we mentioned a moment ago. So I don't know, I think we live in a very sex and flesh indulgent society that goes against the traditional biblical teachings that most of our parents and grandparents were brought up in. So I don't know, I think that's probably just an inner war within a lot of people.
Why would OnlyFans be so popular if it wasn't fulfilling a need for men?
I think it is fulfilling a need for men.
It is fulfilling a need for men. It's also fulfilling a need for sex workers who need to make money.
Why is pornography stigmatized any more than alcohol, gambling, and junk food?
Well, because it comes back to men, and you feel me, profiting off of men, their sexual urges, you feel me? That's one of the biggest businesses in business, to be honest.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Hear me out. I think that prostitution should be legal, regulated, just like it's done in Amsterdam, red light district, right? There should be zones where there's legal, it's all done. There's like the the women that were doing it, they have to undergo medical, make sure they're clean. There's always condoms used. There's a whole thing. On top of that, one, it'll help men that can't get some to actually get that access to it while we're removing the stigmas. Then two, it frees up those women that live that lifestyle from being persecuted through the law for being prostitutes and all that stuff. Three, you regulate it. You help to eliminate the whole idea of having pimps, which is obviously a threat to those women that work in that line of work. Four, it now becomes a tax revenue source. Just like legalizing weed has become a big boost to many states for the tax revenue. It's been the oldest profession in our existence, which is prostitution. Why, we got OnlyFans now. You got so many other ways to do it. Why not just legalize it? Nevada has it in certain parts. You got the Bunny Ranch and all that stuff. I think it's high in time that it's regulated and legalized in the US. And, it's done in a way that's, it's in certain locales, maybe away from major cities, like on the outskirts, kind of put it out of the purview. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I just think it should be done. I just think it should be legalized, man. You go through the safety things. When guys show up there, they have to, I would do it in a way where in order to participate in that, if you're a man, you have to go and get a special medical clearance, and you have to present that when you go to the thing so they can verify that you within the last X amount of 2 weeks that you're good. And just like how any establishment has like a business license, the women, because in Amsterdam, inside the rooms, they would have like a thing saying that they were like sanctioned by the government to be operating, and verifying that they were cleared through all of that stuff. It would operate just like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh geez, well, give it time. We made legal weed. Yeah, I mean, we did make weed legal, not on the federal level. It's on the state level. This would definitely be something that's done on the state thing. I don't see this happening in the South. It would probably more than likely happening in a liberal state like New York, Chicago, LA, Cali. I just think it should be legal. Why not regulate it? It'd be safer. Like I already outlined why it'd be safer for the sex workers. It'd be safer for the men. It also helps to solve a problem for men, which is their lack of intimacy. You know what I mean? And it's a revenue source for taxes. I see 4 positives. Can someone name one negative about legalizing prostitution? Yeah, that Bible Belt. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I doubt that they would move on that. Doubt it. Seriously. Like Texas, no shot that would happen. You know what I mean? No one else. I think no one can make a real argument as to why it shouldn't be legalized.
Oh, you're addicted. Oh, this and that. I ain't gonna lie. I've had my fair share as a guy, and it's just a way to get my rocks off, bro.
Don't you think the men watching porn would be having sex if they could?
Yes, indeed. That's the bottom line. That's the point. We want to feel the real thing, but females make it hard, and unlike guys, like it's harder for us to get sex over females. So yeah.
Why are women quick to accept a woman who can sell sex, but are quick to shame a man who can buy it?
I think because most of the women who are in the sex industry are doing it because they don't have another choice, and the men who are participating in it.
I think that's an old narrative. I think that 100% now that is an old narrative that women that are doing sex work now is because they have no other choice. Now, I would argue that a good amount of women are doing it because they don't actually want to work a regular job and they see it as easy money. So they do it because to them, it's an easier, fast money cash grab. That's what she just said there. I think it applied back in the old days. I don't think that applies anymore. I think a lot of women see it as in fact, I know someone that recently got into it because they was like, shit, like it looks like I'm easy money. I'm just going to try and make money off the guys that are already thirsted for me. I was like, shit, okay. I don't knock anybody that does it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not because there was no other resort. So I would disagree with her.
Don't realize what the women who are in the industry are up against.
Why are men shamed for not being able to get sex while also shamed for trying to get sex?
Because they don't have any riz.
men are more expected to have more experience than women, and they're shamed for wanting to get that experience, but they're also shamed for not having that experience, and it's not fair.
When men call each other weak for wanting sex, how is that not oppressing them?
That's the thing, it is, because it's like, you feel me, like as a man, you feel me, you got the same urges as a woman, so it's like, you feel me, they shouldn't be wrong for wanting to give in to them urges every once in a while, you feel me, we human at the end of the day.
Why don't women shame women for using sex toys the same way men shame men for watching porn?
It's because, you feel me, women empower each other, you feel me, it's not really the same, you feel me, between genders though, but women, through each other, they empower each other, whatever they want to do, you feel me.
I watch porn, and I know a lot of women who watch porn too, so I don't find that to be a gendered activity.
Why are men told?
It might not, but majority of porn consumption is vast. I mean, the vast majority of porn consumption is by men. If all men stop watching porn, that industry and all of those women in that industry would collapse. It would collapse tomorrow. The amount of women that consume porn would not sustain it in the current state that it's in. It is 100% men that support that industry. 100%. It's not even close. I mean, the numbers are ridiculous. It's like 90% or don't quote me on it, but it's like way up there. The percentage of consumers of porn are men.
To control their urges while women go out and have a hoe phase.
You're totally right. We are encouraged to have a street phase. We're encouraged to have, a hoe phase. Men, if they try to have a hoe phase, they're just slut bags and frat boys, and that's not fair. I agree. I don't know why it is. I think, again, it comes with men expected to have more experience than women.
Women feel like it's okay for them to have their hoe phase because they feel like every guy has reached a hoe phase in their life. That's not true. Every guy has a point where they witnessed a heartbreak or been in a heartbreak super bad to the point it took a toll on them real bad, and then they ended up being a hoe or a slut. Females are different. They get intoxicated, probably really bad, and all that, and the next thing you know, they caught 20 bodies in one night.
I have had sexual advances from men and women, and I've never had an unwanted sexual advance from a woman. Every time a woman has ever made a move on me, I have felt safe and not like they're going to disrespect my boundaries or overtake me in any way. With men, I have felt differently. Men have tried to pull me closer. If I said, hey, I'm not interested, like explicitly said, I'm not interested in this, please leave me alone, they'll say, let me change your mind. I've never had a woman do that to me.
Who shames male heterosexuality more? Feminists for labeling men as sexual predators, or religious conservatives for shaming sex outside marriage?
Probably conservative evangelicals do the more shaming. I think that's kind of a given.
The feminists, man, because like they just push the narrative too far. Like I've heard a bunch of cases where guys aren't predators for real and they just get like in the wrong situation, and that's just a pure example of how the narrative gets pushed too far.
Well, interesting video on this one about the topic at hand here. I think I said enough about it and some of the things that were discussed in it, man. Just overall, very interesting to see through the lenses. It's obviously very driven by whatever gender you're in and those lived experiences and all that stuff. Just what are you gonna do? I don't know that it ever changes, sadly. All right, we got those out of the way. You all ready for some police body cam videos? I know I am. We're going to take a look at a few. Let's see how much time we got. I think we got some time. We're going to do also, by the way, y'all, we're going to be on Kick. We're on there live right now, guys. If you want to come through, come on over to kick.com, djmoondawglive, to watch in high quality. After we're done with a few more of these videos, we're going to be over there doing something. I don't know what ratchet activity we will be doing, but we will be doing some ratchet activities over there. And if always you want to support the content, you enjoy get a laugh and everything, then, make sure you come sub up. And let me see real quick. Hold on. Come sub up on Kick, Or if you want to bless your boy with the Cash App drop, I'll drop a bomb and shout you off for the love. Definitely appreciate it. All right, y'all, we are back here with Body Cam Watch. This one says, entitled woman speeding to work ends in the worst possible way. Oh, let's see what happens on this one. Should be entertaining. Let's check it out.
On August 23, 2023, an officer observed a vehicle going 64 in a 35-mile-per-hour zone.
Oof.
The vehicle had been weaving through traffic and using the painted median to pass other drivers.
Get back in the car! Yes, you! Because you're not doing what you're told to do! Close the door! Close the door!
Oh, hey, they're already off to an amazing start. This is going to be incredible.
Close the door. Because you just ran from me, that's why.
No, I didn't run from you.
Well, you didn't stop when I told you to stop.
I'm gonna lose my job, please. I need to go and tuck in, please.
No.
No.
You've been lawfully detained right now. Yeah, we're stopped. She just thinks she needs to go to work instead of stopping for me.
No, I was trying to get out of the road. You were parked behind me and you turned your lights on in the middle of the damn road, so I turned here and came and parked.
Driver's
Don't you
license,
dare try
please.
to pull that.
Driver's license,
Don't you
please.
dare try to pull that. I don't even want to deal with you.
Why did you not stop back there when we got off the road? Ma'am, give me the driver's license now. Get out of the car. 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 You are under arrest. You are under arrest.
Do not grab on me like that.
Get out of the car.
You do not have the right
Face the car. Face the car.
Jeez. This went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Put your hand on your back. Put your hand on your back. Stop resisting. Stop.
Oh, there it is. They said they're resisting.
Stop. Yes, you are. No, I am not. You're still bracing and tensing. Stop. Yeah.
Do not twist my hand like that. I'm telling you. Do not fucking twist my hand like that. You're really going to have an issue.
Stop. What are you talking about?
You're twisting my
No,
arm.
nobody's twisting anything.
Yes, you are.
My camera is pointed right at the handcuffs right now. Clear to see what's happening. Relax, relax, relax. You're... Okay, got 12. 12.
And this escalated so fast.
10-15, resisting.
Are you serious?
Wow.
I was not resisting arrest. Are you serious? I'm going to call my supervisor.
Did he just run his hand all over her?
And we said no.
You don't have that authority, sir. I was not under arrest. You don't have the right to tell me that I was not under arrest. I know my rights. I know my rights. So you do not have the right to say that I cannot call someone. You do not have that right.
We need a cruiser, please.
You do not have that right.
Well, I do.
You do not.
Because you had not cooperated with me from the beginning.
You put your lights on back there. I turned into
that's the
here
point.
so I can get out of the road. So what, you wanted me to let you pull me over and I'm supposed to get out in the middle of a busy road? That makes no sense. I turned right in here and parked. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about why you didn't stop back
I
there
didn't
when
see
you got
you
off the road.
stop until we got right here at the turning.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, that's not what you just said. You just said you saw my lights in the middle of the road.
Right
and
there
you
in the
felt
middle of
safe.
the road when I was at the turning thing. That's when I first originally seen you. I swear to God. I would never run from the police. I have no reason
You
to
rolled
run.
down your window and looked at me.
Because I said, can I turn into here? I'm late for work. That's what I was trying to tell you.
And I said don't. I said stop.
I didn't hear you say stop. I turned
If
into
you
the
had
damn
stopped
thing.
and we could have talked about it, maybe we wouldn't be here right now. But no matter what, you got to stop.
I was going to stop. I was getting out of the road. I've been pulled over before. They've never had an issue with me pulling out of the middle of the street. They've never had an issue with that.
We're a block away from
They've
where
never had. You're a liar. You're a liar. I'm done talking with you because you're a fucking liar.
5th Street, 4th
Didn't I
Street.
just say I'm done talking to you? Shut the fuck up.
You're the one still talking.
I'm done talking to you. Don't pull on me.
Don't pull away.
I told you, don't ever pull on me. You don't have that right. Don't pull on me.
Stand up straight.
Don't pull on me. Don't tell me how to stand. You don't
If
control
you're
me.
gonna
You're a
pull
cop.
away-
You're a cop that I pay. You're a cop that I pay. So chill out.
Okay.
Now you're pissing me off.
You have your ID somewhere?
This is wild.
Call it. If you're gonna take me, don't take me to. I'm done talking. Well, that's fine then. So don't worry about that.
License in your purse.
Do not touch my belongings.
Is your driver's license in your purse?
You do not have the right to touch my
You are under arrest at this point. We
You
have
do
the
not
right to
have the
search
right
your car, incident to
touch
arrest.
my belongings.
Plus, we got to ID you.
You do not have the right to
Are you
touch
going
my
to
belongings.
provide your
You
identification?
do not have the right to touch my
Don't
belongings.
pull away. He's over there working. Don't get tortured. Get away from him. I don't let you look like him.
Pull me on him.
Then
He's
walk.
over here by my purse.
Walk.
I do not trust you.
He's being, I ain't gonna lie, man. I think he's purposely kind of antagonizing her a little bit. Is it just me? Like he's just kind of being a little extra, just to, you know, I don't know. It's weird. This is a weird situation. My tension is up because this is a highly tensioned situation.
Put some drugs in my purse. Try not crap on me.
Face the car.
Didn't I just say that? Follow directions. You want me to follow directions?
I do not follow your directions.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
follow mine. That is why you are under arrest right now.
Direction. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna lose my
Don't. What are you doing? Just tell me so we can talk about things and move on.
You don't want to talk about anything. You want to arrest people. That's
Well, you
what
are
you want to
doing.
do. That's all you care to do is arrest.
This is weird.
Pathetic. You're pathetic. All these people out here needing help, and this is what you guys are doing with your time.
Is your license valid? I'm asking you a question.
In front of my jaw. In front of my jaw.
Well, if you'd stopped on 4th Street, we would be in front of your
Oh, like, you people are insane. You people are insane. You people are insane.
There isn't much to say about this. It is what it is. It's just escalated so fast.
Valid 5429. Which make the cruiser.
Oh, look, a third cruiser comes in because 4 cops.
All right, we're going to walk over this cruiser. Right over here, officer. This way.
You close up my stuff.
We'll take care of your property.
We will. I need you to
We'll take care of your property. Come on. It'll go with you. It'll go with you. It's not a worry.
St. Petersburg?
Under search. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn the ear on a little bit.
Why am I being arrested, though?
I'll let him explain that to you. I don't know.
Because I was not resisting arrest.
Let him explain that to you.
This is crazy now. Like, this is just
That's
too
Florida?
much.
Is it St. Pete's, Florida?
This is just too much.
It was a traffic stop, yes. It escalated pretty quick.
All right, hold on, sir.
Obstruction. Obstruction.
Like, you guys are supposed to be here to protect and serve, but none of you guys even care about the truth. Y'all just come and y'all just, it's like y'all are gang members that just support.
That you were being arrested for obstruction.
See, now he's a liar. He's a liar. Now he wants.
You asked me why.
He's a
That's
liar.
the reason.
He's a liar. But I need to get out here and talk to somebody because it's not this is not right.
You gotta get a lawyer. There's not much you can do, man. At a certain point, y'all, there's no point in arguing with them because they're just gonna do what they're gonna do. You just gotta lawyer up and fight it in the court and all that stuff. It is, you know, and he's gonna add all this stuff. He's probably gonna add resisting, obstruction. He's gonna just add the laundry list just to stick it to her, on top of the speeding, which is what they initially stopped her for.
A supervisor or something? Can I talk to someone?
Ma'am, you said you want to talk to a supervisor?
Yes, because I don't know why I'm being arrested. I was not fleeing. When I originally seen his lights, I was right here. In the middle of the turning thing. So I turned in here. So I rode out my window and I said, follow me here. I'm going to turn out of the road. He came and then I just tried to explain to him, like, I'm super late on my last truck at work. If I don't talk in on time, I'm going to be fired. That's why I was on I don't care about the ticket. You can give me the ticket. Just please let me clock in because, like, y'all don't even understand. I'm just trying to call my manager and tell her, like, I'm here, I'm outside, like, you're resisting. It's like, it's just not fair. Y'all just gang up on us. Nobody listens. Nobody likes the truth. And it's like, I've never been arrested. Like, I'm no criminal. Like, everything is legit. I have no reason not to, you know what I'm saying? But I just can't lose my job.
I respect all that.
I can't go to jail.
You have to respect that when the officer is giving you instructions, you have to follow. Let me finish. You have to follow his instructions. So when he's telling you pull over, when he's telling you get back in your car, when he's telling you give me your license, you have to do all of those things.
First of all, I was in handcuffs. They didn't ask me for license. I was in handcuffs.
Okay. I'm giving you examples of things that.
This is just whatever. It just sounds like you're on their side, anyways.
Of course, he's a cop.
Take me to jail. It's real criminals out here.
Okay.
This is insane. This is insane. Now I'm gonna lose my job. Like I cannot go to jail. I need to go in here and go to work.
Okay.
I was not resisting arrest or whatever he's trying to say, obstruction, whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
That was not the the thing. That would be it. Like out here, like I'm some type of killer. Look how y'all, like all y'all out here, all of these out here in front of my job. Like that's insane, man. Y'all don't even think about that.
Okay.
Cause y'all the real thugs and criminals. Shit is insane.
Okay. Good luck to you, man.
You know, my thing with this, man, you know, she pulls over, she gets out of the car, she's not aware you're not supposed to get out of the car, right? So then they tell him the cop was already escalated up there, and it escalated so fast, and there wasn't a lot of de-escalation on the cop's part, and then they pretty much hemmed her up right off the rip over a speeding thing. And you know, every cop has a certain level of discretion. He could have like listened to her out. She said, if I get fired, I don't know. If I'm a cop, all things being said, I would have handled that differently. You know, certainly not hemmed her up. I would have been like, okay, calm down. You know, let me run your shit. Make sure you got no kind of criminal something opened up and kind of go from there. But they just really bagged her up real quick, and they're just stacking up stuff on her right now.
Well, if I gotta go to jail, take me to jail now so I can go. 'Cause, bro,
I just want to know what happens next.
so pissed off. I'm finna get so pissed off. I'm finna get so pissed off. Stop rummaging through my shit.
Hey, are they able to go through her car now that they pulled her out of it? Are they able to go through it? Did I miss something on that? Because they initially stopped her just for the speeding.
You have the right to rummage through my stuff. Swear to God, I'm for the snap. I am about to snap. Like, you guys do not have the right to rummage through my shit.
I'm really trying to think if that stop authorized them to go through her car. Am I missing something? I mean, I know they're already going through it, but I'm trying to think. Was the justification there for going through the vehicle? She had already gotten out the car. The door was open. They just ran up. They just grabbed her purse out of there, started rummaging through her stuff.
They do not have the right to rummage through my stuff. They have to get out of my car now. I'm not under arrest. Y'all under arrest. I'm not under arrest.
16, bro.
Yeah, how can I take this to trial?
Yes, please.
Yeah, matter of fact, call somebody out here because I want to challenge that officer. I'm going to challenge all y'all, actually. And not that fake ass security guard that was on the scene. Not his fake ass. Well, like he want to be a supervisor because I want to challenge all y'all. Because obstructing, can you explain what obstructing is? Because that's your job. I need to call somebody. I need to call my mom so she can call.
She would eventually plead nolo what is that? Nolo what kind of some legal word? Okay, to reckless driving and obstruction. Wait, what is that? What does that word mean? Oh, God, hold on. Let's figure this out here. Nolo. Oh, my keyboard not working. Okay, here it is. What the hell is this? A plea by which a defendant in a criminal prosecution accepts conviction as though a guilty plea had been entered but does not admit guilt. So no contest. It's a no contest?
Call my lawyer. I need to call her right now. Can you call her? I need to call her.
So what happens? This was kind of underwhelming of a video. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be more than happened here. I mean, see, it just escalated honestly for no damn good reason. It was kind of random. It's just like Latin. Yeah, I figured I knew when I read the word, that's what it was. But I mean, look, she's in the car. It escalated so fast.
The road, you were parked behind me and you turned your lights on in the middle of the damn road, so I turned here and came and parked.
Driver's
Don't you
license,
dare try
please.
to pull that.
Driver's license,
Don't you
please.
dare try to pull that. I don't even want to deal with you.
Why did you not stop back there when we got off the road? Ma'am, give me the driver's license now. Get out of the car. 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 You are under arrest.
You know, yeah, I mean, she definitely messed up right here. She definitely messed up right there. Rolling up the window and all that. Definitely, you know what I mean?
Arrest. You are under arrest.
Do not grab on me like that.
Get out of the car.
Ah, man, just I don't know. That just was unfortunate. It had to go down like that. Kind of weird that she had to plead no contest. So I don't know if that sticks on her record or not. It's kind of a weak fucking thing, but whatever. It is what it is. What does count as resisting arrest? Right here when they had to drag her out of the car. I'm pretty sure that's what they were trying to say was the resisting and all that stuff, or obstruction. All right, let's move along. 1 second. All right, y'all, we're back on my favorite channel, Lackluster. Shout out to Lackluster. Check them out on YouTube at Lackluster. Sub to the channel. We're going to watch one of their videos. The latest drop here says, he said, "Get my gun. Deputies quit after an unlawful arrest." Ooh, this sounds like it's going to be a good one. Let's check it out, see what happens on this one, and break it down.
Go down the driveway, please. Shut your mouth. Go get it. What'd he say? Get his gun. What'd you say? If you don't come talk to me and tell me your side of the story, you're getting arrested. Not the one. Watch me. Walk out here now, or I'm getting you. Get out here! I'm kidding, man. You gotta act like
Whoa.
walk. I will, but don't drag me like this. I don't know who has a gun. I don't know who has a knife.
At the end of the day, we still have a job to do.
Welcome back.
Oh, this is going to be a wild one already.
In December of 2022, the Meigs County Sheriff's Office arrived at the home of Larry.
That's Larry's house. Owns 33 Auto.
Larry got that big old boy. Look at that thing. Lifted up.
Larry is the owner of a local mechanic shop and performs automotive maintenance on the Sheriff's Office vehicles. He also works directly with the agency and owns an impound lot. And on this night, he summoned deputies to take a report about an alleged fight.
Hey, Larry's button. Wrong door. Was it? Okay. Oh, what's going on, man?
Oh, Homer and Buddha back here.
Oh, okay.
I guess they was fist fighting out in the yard.
Did you see it?
She's seen it. Not out in the yard, on the road.
On the road?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see it?
I didn't see it start, but I seen the middle of it. I happened to look out.
So you can't really, you couldn't really tell. I mean, he's 70, ain't he?
63 is what he said.
I didn't see like who threw the first punch or anything, but
So they both were in like a mutual combat fighting?
I mean, Buddha was hitting him and Homer fell to the ground and Homer tried, but I mean, like I said, he's 63 years old.
Right, yeah. Yeah, he shouldn't be fighting somebody 63. Yeah, I agree.
Anybody call 911?
I was going to, but you know, we've called before. Not 911, we called Sheriff's Office.
Yeah. Right.
See, last summer, Chuck and Homer got into it. Chuck beat Homer to the ground back here.
Yeah.
Nothing ever happened.
The couple continues to report that there had been multiple fights over the years, alleging that at one point, Chuck's wife ran over someone's dogs and kept driving.
I think it might have been over.
What kind of small town beef do they got over there, bro? They really going at it in these small towns.
Yeah.
The dog.
And was it the dog? Yeah, she stormed down through here, run over Homer's dog, and just kept driving.
Chuck and his family denies that claim, but Larry then alleges that Chuck had once made threats to another individual and complains that whenever he calls the sheriff's office, the deputies don't ever do anything.
See, the last time they was up here, I think it was deputy, I think it was the red-headed one.
Dylan?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it was him. I'm not going to say for sure. But I was out back, Larry Young, the neighbor, was sitting there, and Chuck told him, "Get the F off my property or I'm going to kill you." He hopped back in the car and left. Yeah. Back in the car and left.
He won't be doing that now, I promise you that, Larry. You know
The
that.
sheriff was up there, Keith was up there, and had one of them in handcuffs and uncuffed him. Come down the road and they come out on the road effing him to flip him off, and I mean, nothing ever gets done.
Yeah. Well, that ain't gonna happen. You know me. You know that ain't gonna happen. I promise you
Yeah,
that.
that's why the Homer said, "Don't even call all. They ain't gonna do nothing."
Well, it sounds like you're calling the wrong deputies.
After then telling Larry how to call them directly next time, they share a laugh about a wrecked vehicle Larry was working on for them.
For Deputy Goldsby 5322, and you hit that number, and then it's supposed to go to our direct phones.
Oh yeah.
And if it doesn't, then you can leave a message. But that system never worked out well. So
Oh, you really screwed up that car, too.
It was sitting. I didn't.
And he hit a deer with this other one.
They talk a bit more about their cruisers and decide that someone is going to jail before investigating any further.
Well, we'll run over here and talk to him, and then I'll run up there and talk to Buddha.
That's the sidewalk.
Yep,
here.
and then probably one of them's going to end up getting charged. More than likely Buddha. But we'll have to, you know how the story goes. We'll see what happens.
The deputies then cross
Damn.
the street.
Hey, that's pretty telling right there. The fact that you openly say that, you've already come to a conclusion in your mind without even truly investigating is, yeah, that probably wouldn't stand in court.
To talk to Homer, one of the suspects involved in the fight.
What's going on, man? So what happened between you and this gentleman Buddha up here?
I had Mandy write me out a check for my insurance that I got to pay every month. She helps me out on stuff like that because I shake a lot.
Yeah.
And I got her trash. I got Larry's stuff in here where I can put his garbage. I was coming over and he just kind of slowly went by. Like,
revving the engine?
Yeah, agging me on. Like,
right, yeah.
So I thought, here we go. I'm just going to go see Larry. I mean, call law. Well, he got out of the car down there and I approached him. We just got into it. He shoved me down several times.
Did he make contact with you first?
Yeah.
He shoved you?
Yeah.
Did he strike you any?
Just pushed me down and I hit my shoulder.
Did he punch you at all?
No, I've had to swing to protect myself because I didn't know what was.
So it was just, also that did happen?
Yeah, I swung. And he swung. Mandy said he swung.
Okay, so he pushed you down, and then what happened?
Then I went to come back at him again. I said, I'm not going to take this.
Right.
So I'm just tired of it.
Oh man, with it.
Which shoulder?
I hit this right.
Can I look at it?
Yeah. I don't think it's hurt. It's just sore. I work all day too and lift heavy stuff.
Yeah.
He got a little scratch.
Well, he definitely shouldn't be putting hands on anybody.
No.
He's a bigger boy than I am.
Oh, regardless.
And I'm 63.
Yeah.
I'm not here. I've been living here probably 13, 14 years now.
Gotcha.
And first when I come out here, they come over and talk to me and he said, if we ever disturbing problems out here.
But he did push you.
Yeah. And I got back up and went back at him and he pushed again. He pushed me down 3 times.
And did he ever punch you?
Yeah, he swung, but he didn't get no punch in.
Okay. So the only real pain that you suffered was from the push, correct?
Yeah, falling down on my shoulder.
Okay. Will you write us a statement on that?
I'll have to have Mandy help me because I shake so bad.
I mean, if you don't have to, we've got body cams on that kind of records everything, so we can use that as evidence if you don't feel like writing a statement.
Okay.
I mean, that's fine too. So
right.
I just need your information.
Man, I'm 63.
Hey man, he's
a young, but he's a bigger boy.
It's about to get ugly for real, yeah.
So,
I had an incident with Chuck a long time ago, a while back, and he come over on my property, and I said, I'm not going to take this shit.
Do you have your ID on you?
Yes. Okay. I'll let you get it out because I shake so bad.
Alrighty. Is that it?
Right there.
I'll grab it. Now, I'll tell you what we'll end up doing, we'll get his side of the story, but what it sounds like based off your statement, we'll probably end up charging him with maybe writing him a summons to the court for assault. Okay, he can get arrested tonight too on that if he doesn't want to comply with that.
Well, I don't own a
so
weapon.
That's all how he wants to take
I don't
it.
own a weapon out here, and I'm just scared that if they get pissed enough, they're liable to
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
I don't need a weapon.
It's not. You can't live in fear.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I don't want to live like that.
No.
I love everybody. I try to love.
We're going to put an end to it. I promise you that.
I'm tired.
Okay.
I'm tired.
You hear me? We're going to put an end to it. All right.
There's a lot of biases already. We're gonna put an end to that.
Oh, he's on the hill?
Who we punching? They punched the old man.
Before you get to the hill. Right.
Who's that really grumpy old man? Is that his dad?
That's his dad.
Is he there?
They're both up there, I'd say. And you're going to have trouble.
I know him. And then they'll go to jail.
Because he's threatening none deputy out here one time.
He ain't going to threaten me.
And that deputy come down and see what we do. And I said, I wouldn't deal with that. I'd call back up, and there they go.
Well,
off.
At the end of the day, we still have a job to do.
Yes, sir. And that's what I told Larry. I said, them men wear that badge for one reason.
This is like the longest drawn out thing. Just skip ahead. Let's go. Move along.
I don't want to die.
He ain't gonna get away with it with us two. I promise you that.
He'll probably be 21.
All right. Well, I'll come back and talk to you. Okay.
Okay.
After hearing that the two men had previous arguments and that Homer was pushed down while confronting his neighbor in the street for revving his engine instead of leaving the issue alone and staying on his own property, the deputies assert again that with nothing more than their mechanic's testimony and a suspect's allegations
They got it out
against
for him.
another suspect, that Caleb, otherwise known as Buddha, is going to be arrested.
Yeah.
When they arrive at Caleb's house,
This is already the body cam footage paints a picture that they had a hard on to go after this guy and find any reason to go ahead and arrest him, which is not what's supposed to happen here. You take statements, and then you go into it very unbiased, but the main cop has already alluded to it ain't gonna happen tonight, and they ain't gonna do it to me, and somebody's gonna get arrested. He's gonna get arrested. Like you're setting yourself up here for an unbiased investigation already.
his father Chuck answers the door,
Here we
but
go.
tells the deputies to please wait at the end of the driveway.
Is this him? Go down the driveway, please.
And despite his polite request, he is immediately told to shut his mouth.
Go down the driveway, please.
Shut your mouth. Go get it.
You go down to the driveway,
No.
please. Get me.
What'd he say?
Get his gun.
What'd you say? Walk out here. What did he say?
He said you can go down to the driveway.
Did he say anything about a gun?
No, he didn't say anything about a gun. He said, where's my phone?
I need to talk to you.
Down to the driveway.
Tell him to be quiet before he goes to jail. Caleb, I need to talk to you down
I'm not
here.
coming out there. You can talk to me right here.
Caleb, I need to talk to you.
You
Get
can
away
talk
from
to me.
him.
That's my parents. You can talk to me right
Come
here.
talk to me down here.
No.
Come here.
You can talk to me right now. Right here.
Come out.
They can't come in here.
Get out here and talk to me.
You cannot come in my house.
I will come in there. You're going to be arrested. If you don't come talk to me and tell me your side of the story, you're getting arrested. You understand me? Walk down here now to try and
What am
get
I going to get arrested for?
for assault.
Yeah, because this guy chased me down the road. And
So that's why I'm trying to get your side of the story.
I'm going to tell you right here.
But I'm not telling you with him acting like this. Now get down there.
We need you to
Caleb, get down there.
Sit down, be quiet. Yes.
Caleb,
I don't have the clothes on to come outside. I'm going to stand right here inside
you
my
are
home.
getting outside.
You can't make me go out
Yes,
there.
I can, or I'm going to arrest you.
The officers are aggressively attempting to have Caleb
No.
exit his residence because
Hey, there's zero amounts of de-escalation. They came in here ready to turn up, these cops. This is part of the problem. And now you've created this situation.
the moment he crosses the threshold and goes outside, he loses a ton of his constitutional rights. However, if he decides against the legal advice of his attorney to speak with the officers about the incident, Caleb would be within his right to exchange a dialogue with the officers from inside his home with the door shut, or to not even speak to them at all. Granted, with the information the deputies have, they could likely present their case in front of a judge and obtain an arrest warrant. But in this moment, the deputies have no lawful authority to enter the home to arrest Caleb.
Right.
In this circumstance, there is absolutely no other reason that the officers wanted Caleb to self-extricate from the dwelling, because they never had the intention of getting his side of the story. They only wanted him outside so they could cuff him, which is why the deputies are continuing to escalate the interaction, screaming threats at the family before hearing them out.
I'm going to arrest you.
For what?
For assault.
I'm not getting assault anybody. I didn't even hit the dude.
I'm giving you one more opportunity.
You
I'm not the one.
Come into my
Watch me. Walk out here now, or I'm getting you.
Can I go get a shirt on first?
Go get a shirt on. You stay right there.
You don't tell my she ain't doing shit.
As Caleb cooperates with the deputies and goes to grab a shirt, Deputy Goldsby begins to enter the residence against the will of the owner, Chuck, who immediately blocks their path and again demands that the officers not enter his property.
Pass! That was a good meme. Yeah, you have no right to enter.
You need to step out here where I can see you. I asked you to ask her to get you a shirt.
Get back. He said she can get the shirt.
He said I can get a shirt.
Step over this way.
You can tell me. You need to out of my house.
Get that shirt for him.
Get out of our house. Get out of the fucking talk to me that way. Baby, get my shirt. Get out of the house. Get out of the house.
Caleb, I'm going to take you.
Deputy Goldsby tases the family dog without warning.
The dog? Oh, that's evil, bro.
I'm coming, man. If you hurt my dog again, let me have my shirt. Go.
Caleb, walk out
I'm trying to take my shirt. I got my shirt. Stay out of our house.
Deputy Goldsby now attempts to shut the door on the 64-year-old father.
Not allowed in.
I just wanted your
I'm gonna send you my
You gotta act like this.
Hey,
Get your fucking hands off me.
This is out of control, bro. Out of control. Out of control. They went in wanting all the smoke. They went in wanting all the smoke and created this whole situation. This is out of control.
You are not going to. Caleb, you stay right there. You understand me?
Well, take my phone.
You're going to get taped down.
You're going to
now.
get taped. You're illegal to take a man over 65 years old. And it's not.
Get back out
Get
of the
back.
house.
I'm not. You're going to get arrested too. Get back.
Get arrested.
You better stop. Walk.
Stop trying to attack him. He's disabled. He's blind. Sit down. Shove me out of the door. He's not going to hurt you. I did not shove you out the door. He's an old man. You know what? You're under arrest.
Sit down.
What am I under arrest?
They just, hey, these cops are just yelling everybody's gonna get arrested. It's like Oprah. You can get arrested. You can get arrested. Everybody can get arrested. These guys are fucking dumb.
You're under arrest for assault on a police officer, and he's under arrest for assault.
I opened my door. He walked into it.
Get back, or you're going to jail. Sit there. Put your hands. Goddamn hands on your fucking back.
What am I under arrest for? Mom, come here and get my phone. Mom, come here.
Central, give me some more units up here.
Mom, come here and get my phone. What am I under arrest for?
Assault.
I didn't get assault. You can't
get back.
Hey, dude.
She's getting my phone.
Please go to the house. Please go to the house.
Get my phone. I wouldn't hold it. What's the fuck?
Oh. I walked out. Then walk.
I will, but don't drag me. I'm going to
Bro, they're treating people like such shit right now.
I'm going to fall, goddammit. I can't walk like that.
Why don't you act like an adult?
I'm trying to.
Walk.
Bro, there's so much going on right now. This is wild.
We need some more units. We got 2 under control, but they're fighting us.
I'm trying, man. Fuck, I'm big dude. Hey, all right, dude, that's it. I hope you. Yes, sirree.
Walk. Stay.
Tell you what, I ain't advised to walk.
9 Central. 9 Central, we're secured. 221. You just got a resisting 2 with that.
For what?
Just be adding shit just to add it, bro. I'm telling you, bro, resisting is one of those ambiguous, you know what I mean? Like, how do you, they just add it. It's just the ad. They just add that shit.
Yeah, if all the other units want to disregard, you want to come up here. We still got some pretty hostile family members. You good?
Dude. Boy, big and tough.
Are you good?
I'm good. Chest burning a little bit. Thank you.
Listen to me. All I wanted to do is come talk to him about an investigation that I had because he fought some old man down there. And instead of doing all this crap, you guys had to do this, and that's stupid.
You're right. That dog bit you in my leg.
The dog bit you?
Yeah.
Are you good?
Here we go. Here we go. The dog bit me line. So justify the tasing. This is such bullshit because if he would have got bit, why didn't he be like, oh, get the dog off me? There was no audio or nothing about the dog. He just shot that goddamn dog with the taser. Now he's coming back with a story to, you know what I mean? Like, this is how they close up those loose ends.
Yeah, I'm good.
He bit you?
I have 2 birds of socks.
They didn't break skin?
No, but he nipped it.
I wondered what the heck happened with the dog.
Bro, that shit's so cap. That is so cap. It was so cap. Anybody that would have got nipped, if you're a cop, would have been like, "Dogs, get your dog off me! He's biting me." Something to clearly say what's happening. It was none of that. You didn't hear none of that in the audio and the body cam. It just was the dog getting shot by a taser.
I knew it was going to be that. It was a bad situation because I'm all trapped all around by all of them. I got him behind me, you fighting him up front. And I'm trying to keep my eye on him at the same time.
Well,
he spit. He didn't mean to, but he was spitting and went all in my face. The old man.
9 advised you can play your response.
I got problems up in that house.
He tased the dog.
Huh?
Tased the dog.
Okay.
So he assaulted this old man down here. Went up there for an investigation. They're screaming, "Get the fuck out of my house!" Blah blah blah. And listen, if you don't tell me your side of the story, I'm going to just arrest you. Would not. Get the fuck off my property. Get the fuck off my property.
So he start walking back into the back bedroom, and I'm like, hey, you can't go in there. I said, have her to go in there. You don't tell my fucking bitch, blah, blah, blah. And he shoves her through the fucking door. He got under arrest.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to close the door, stop that dog from getting back at. Dad rams the door, about knocks me off the porch.
Yeah.
Is there anybody left in the house?
Yeah.
2 people.
2 people, and they're not happy. So that's why we got to go up there and recover those prongs from the dog. So that's why I want another unit with us. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because they're...
What kind of dog is it?
Is it a pit bull? Some type of pit bull type thing.
I mean, you want me to see if I can take a lead and talk to him since I'm fresh faced? Good luck.
Nah, he wants to smoke. He wants to smoke.
No, you're fine. Go for it. Don't matter to me. Good luck with that. It did not have to be this tonight, sir. He can get arrested tonight, too, on that. If he doesn't want to comply with that. Probably one of them's going to end up getting charged. More than likely Buddha, but we'll have to, you know how this story goes. What happened.
Legolas are running back to
You
take.
don't care to hear that, but it did not. You know, if you think I want it to go that way, I don't. Right. Who's that really grumpy old man? Is that
Yo, the lying, caught up in lying.
They're both up there, I'd say. And you're going to have trouble.
Oh, I know I am. And then they'll go to jail.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
All right. I tried to stop this problem about a year ago with that old man right there.
Yes, sir.
He,
let me say this. I try to have respect with everybody. And if you would just talk to me like a human and realize I am one too.
When I came out, I asked you to step down to the driveway.
Sir, I don't have to do that.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir, I don't. You
can come up and knock on my door.
Sir, I did.
Just like a normal. Yes,
I did.
Yes.
And you know what?
I asked you to walk down to the driveway.
And then I was met with cussing.
Go down the driveway, please.
Shut your mouth. Go get it.
You go down to the driveway, please. Not until you would not leave my.
All right. Whatever you say.
Whatever you say.
An officer from a different agency arrives on scene and helps rip out the taser prongs from the dog, as Deputy Hutton asks to have a word with Chuck's wife to escalate the encounter again.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you out here?
Yes, you may.
Wherever you would like to talk at. All right.
I got a mess to clean up in there first.
All right. Well, I apologize for that. And if you think I wanted it to go that direction, I did not.
I'm sure you didn't, but there's a better way, you know.
Oh, is there? Well, let me explain this to you.
Don't
okay?
be sarcastic. Don't, please.
I'm not being sarcastic.
Do not.
Because when I knock on the door and he approached me with cursing, that's not going to work.
Go down the driveway, please.
Shut your mouth. Go get it.
Yeah, this guy's a lying bastard.
Okay? I have every right to come in that home. Do you know why I have every
Yo, and then now he's trying to gaslight and preach to the wife. Like, just shut the fuck up and go carry on your day. This guy's trying to like vindicate everything and preach to the wife now. This is unnecessary. If I was a wife, I'd be like, yo, just get the fuck off my property at this point. Are you done? I don't have to hear this. Goodbye. Like this is gaslighting. Bro's gaslighting for real.
right to come in that home? Because I suspect him of committing a crime. I just had a male tell me that he was assaulted. So you know what I would have liked to done? I'd have liked to have Buddha, Caleb, come out here and talk to me peacefully. But he didn't want to do that.
Because we knew exactly what Homer was going to do, like he does every time.
As we explained earlier, The officer is dead wrong. He may have had enough to put in front of a judge to obtain a warrant, but the entry into the home was a very obvious violation of the family's Fourth Amendment rights. There were no exigent circumstances, and this conversation appears to only be an attempt to gather information and to manipulate them into thinking that the officers were acting within the constitutional limitations of their authority. It also alludes to the idea that the officers fully intended to make an arrest prior to their arrival, as they still have not asked anyone about the alleged offense that brought them to the home. This is further compounded by the fact that the officers donned their gloves prior to arriving at the residence and had not been wearing them when contacting their friends down the street.
He could have told me his side of the first time. So this was better? So this was better to do?
You know what? You need. Don't talk to me about it.
I'm just explaining to you.
For what purpose? There's no reason that he needs to do this with the wife. You see what I'm saying? Like, this guy is like out of control. You know what I'm saying?
No,
here's the thing.
I know, hon, but you're blinding me.
I'm sorry. Okay. There's a way to conduct a law stop.
And I can see both
when we come and knock on the door and we ask him to step out here and talk to us, and he's being mouthy and
do you know how much of a dangerous situation it is? I saw that was I'm okay. I saw that was a BB gun on the floor. Okay?
Yeah.
But do you know how dangerous of a situation it is for me and him to come inside of a house? And I don't know who has a gun. I don't know who has a knife.
But for him to walk back in that room, I can't let that happen.
You know, whatever.
Well, I'm just letting you know, since you're his wife, correct? Are you his wife?
We've talked about it as far as I'm concerned.
Are you his wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
41 years.
He's getting arrested for assault on a police officer. He's also getting charged for resisting, and Caleb is getting charged for resisting and assault.
Well, he assaulted that guy after the assault?
Yes.
From him.
Well,
so why don't you turn around and go look at him?
So why didn't Caleb come talk to me and tell me that? He didn't, did he?
This all could have been reasonably done.
I know, but you need to find it out because...
How can I find out? Ma'am. How can I find out when he won't come talk to me?
I don't know, but maybe just let people calm down because it's all everybody freaks or something.
Well...
The incident report is riddled with lies. It fails to accurately describe that Homer had approached Caleb's vehicle to confront him down the street from his own home.
He got out of the car down there and I approached him. We just got into it.
This is amazing to me is how you have body cam footage and these police reports, these motherfucking police they write a completely different story in their police reports. How does your report vary so dramatically from what's on the body cam? How? Because they're lying. They're openly lying.
No, I've had to swing to protect myself.
And falsely alleges that Homer was pushed to the ground 3 times. The report also lies about Chuck's statement to get his phone.
What'd he say? Get his gun.
What'd you say?
Even though the deputies were corrected on scene and no one in the home owned a gun, the deputies might not have a way of knowing that, but nobody ever mentioned a gun, as the report states. The report is also worded to imply that Chuck's wife released the dog to sick it on the deputy.
What? When we entered the residence, Charles' wife was holding 2 dogs by their collars, and once Deputy Hutton placed his hands on Caleb's wrist, she let the dogs go, and one of them came over to me and bite me twice. Can't even use proper English. Bit me twice instead of bite. Twice on the left leg. At this time, I deployed my X-26 laser to my dog. My dogs don't wear collars, and there is no bite. Oh, that pen must have been their what they wrote in response to the report. That's a good point. Does the dog have a collar?
Is not captured on camera. Neither is the alleged bite, and the family claims that the bite is also a lie.
I also believe it's a lie because anybody that gets bit would have yelped out like, "Oh, dog's on me!" You know, like a natural reaction if you're getting bit is to probably scream out or yell it out, like, "Get your dog off me!" or "I'm getting bit, my leg." You know, so there was nothing. You just saw the taser deployed and the dog run off.
The false narrative also claims that Caleb walked out his door, appearing to imply that he did so willingly, and that during so, his wife entered the doorway waving a hanger and yelling at Deputy Goldsby.
Caleb, walk out.
I'm trying. I got my shirt.
Deputy Goldsby then wrote that he attempted to close the door to speak with Caleb, but on body cam video, he claimed that it was to keep the now contained dog inside.
And I'm trying to close the door, stop that dog from getting back out. Dad rams the door, about knocks me off the board. Yeah.
But when watching the incident from Chuck's cell phone video, it shows the deputy smirking as he intentionally hit Chuck with the door.
I'm trying. I got my shirt.
I just wanted your fucking opinion on this, and you gotta act like this.
If we imagine that he was acting in good faith to keep the dog in or to talk to Caleb, neither lie makes it okay to hit somebody with the door, which is ironically evidenced by his reaction when he was subsequently hit by the same door. The report then claims that Caleb approached the deputies from behind immediately after, when in fact, he was just standing where the deputies had placed him after they had unlawfully dragged him out of his residence.
Caleb, you stay right there. You understand me? You better stop. Walk.
I'm trying to attack him. He's disabled. He's blind. Sit down.
Me out of
He's not going to hurt you. I did not talk you out the door. He's an old man.
You know what? You're under arrest.
For what?
Sit down.
What am I under arrest for? Dude, come on.
Despite all the lies on this report, the cases against Chuck and Caleb were both dismissed. The family is currently working with a lawyer and intends to file a lawsuit against the deputies who...
That says a lot there when they drop the charges. The DA knows that this was all botched, 100%. They know that the arrest was bad. That is the only circumstance in which they will drop a case outright. They know they are fucked.
Just so happened to quit the department the week after this incident, but appeared as new employees in the next county over.
See? And that's the shit I hate. This is what they do. When they fuck up, they will quit before they get fired, so it's not on the record, and they go to another municipality, city, state, and get hired again. That is why there needs to be a federally monitored registry for cops that do fucked up shit. So when they do it, they can't get hired in any other department in the country. Full stop, period. Fuck them. They don't need to be in these positions. Go find something else to do. So these people do not belong serving the communities. They're out here just wanting to have on power trips and want to do what they want to do.
It seems that a settlement might already be on the table, despite the family having not even filed their lawsuit yet.
Yeah.
And so, as usual, when updates happen, I will be sure to let you know. But for now, let me know what you think of this interaction in the comments down below. And
God damn, that's crazy. That was so bad. And like, I really wonder where these cops, they need to call them out. They just need to call them out. There needs to be like an ongoing thing where they call out these dirty ass cops. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Cops literally pulled a home invasion on them and stuff. All right. You guys still with me? Are we still live on Kick? It's like Kick chat is not working. Is it dead? Is it down? Like, what's happening right now? I'm like, what's happening? Are we good? Are we good? IG still with me? I see it. Yeah, we're still there. Okay. Okay. I see you, Amanda. Do I want to do one more? Let's do one more. Which one do I want to do? We'll do this one. What time is it? Like 10? Okay, we can do this one. All right. Y'all, we're back with Lackluster, another banger of a police body cam video. I suspect here it says clueless, lying cops escalate simple encounter. Let's see what happens in this latest installment of Cops Gone Wild.
You eye me one more time, we're gonna have problems.
You are a public servant.
And the we don't have to listen to you. We hate two-faced people, and you just admitted on camera that you're two-faced. I'm not taking him to the office. He doesn't want to identify himself. We already know who he is. So
Okay.
I didn't tell you. Sit on the bumper. Listen,
You
buddy.
said you want the license.
Listen.
welcome back to the Lackluster
Here we go,
channel.
egos.
In September of 2023, Deputy Pocket of the Grand Isle Sheriff's Office was on patrol just a few clicks south of the
Vermont.
Canadian border when he saw a vehicle driving towards him in the other direction, owned and operated by Stephen, who had lived near two other deputies of the small agency for a number of years. The road leading into the town has a speed limit of 50 miles per hour and is reduced to 30 upon reaching this gas station. After seeing Stephen's
Oh, by the way, I hate when that happens when you have those areas where it's fast and then you turn a corner and then you immediately see the 20 mile an hour. You're like, yo, I'm doing 50. Like, and the cops will sit on that curve, bro. I swear that they be getting you. And it's usually in like the suburbs or on in the rural areas. They'll get you like that, man.
Vehicle, it appears he is traveling close to the posted limit, but there is no radar available to determine his actual speed. But Deputy Pocket makes a U-turn and begins to follow Steven, activating his emergency lights. You can then observe brake lights, as Steven immediately begins to pull over, far ahead of the deputy, who then pulls in behind Steven. Deputy Pocket then approaches, a perfect time to activate Attorney Shield, but instead, about 25 seconds pass before Eric, the passenger, begins recording.
You your car? Nope, nobody's gonna talk? Wonderful. Plead the fifth. That's fine. Is there any weapons in the car or anything like that? That'd be a question, sir. I can ask you as many questions as I want. You don't. We told you we don't answer them. That's fine. I can still ask them. You're gonna give that back to me for me? Turned out 15. Right. Are you active duty in the military? Don't get out.
The free expression of their constitutional rights.
They don't gotta answer the questions. This is gonna be interesting, and this is why the cops are gonna fuck with them now. Oh shit! Hold on. Oh, it's gonna be funny.
Appears to have frustrated the LARPer. Annoyed, Deputy
He called him a LARPer. Oh, lackluster be taking shots. It's hilarious.
Pocket returns to his cruiser. 3 minutes pass, and a secondary unit arrives.
Here we go.
One of the neighbors mentioned earlier.
Hey man, what's up? What's going on? Not much, you?
Going home?
Everything all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Just wondering. Okay.
How are you? Is your body camera on?
Yeah.
How come it's not blinking?
It doesn't have to. It's on. Don't you worry about it. It's on.
We'll follow Freedom from Action Act for that too, to make sure.
Whatever you gotta do, boss.
Good. There he goes. Now it's on.
It's been on. Okay. He just asked me to come here. Just seeing what was...
If you didn't like that we don't answer his frivolous questions.
You don't have to.
Exactly.
The driver has to, you know...
He did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Did I say he did?
So he called you for backup because he didn't like that we weren't going to answer his nonsense questions. That's all it is.
No problem.
We have nothing on. We don't... We're just heading home.
No problem. Did I say you did anything illegal? No.
You can't, because there's no probable cause to say such.
And
he just, like he got checkmated. He just walked off. Like he just walked off. He's like, I don't know what to say to this. I just got to leave the spot. This is so bad. Yeah, small towns, bro. I couldn't. The thing about the small town cops is they have nothing better to do than to pull you over for something like a traffic. You're speeding. You're going 5 miles over, whatever. Maybe, like obviously if you're like doing 30 plus, it's crazy. But they will stop you for literally the tail light or you didn't have your turn signal on. Like frivolous. In the grand scheme of things, is it going to be detrimental? No. But they use it as a means to keep them busy for their 8-hour boring ass shift in the backwoods of whatever town and city they reside in.
what do you stop me for?
I don't know. He said he was going too fast.
Okay.
I think I was doing about 35 miles an hour way back there by the Jolly.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
I don't know. He didn't tell me.
Okay.
He's asking me where I'm going, what I'm doing, all this stuff. It's like, what's going on here?
Okay. Just we ask everybody the same questions.
Yeah.
All right. No problem.
I don't know what his purpose of just standing there is, just to watch him.
We'll get here in just a minute. I was just curious.
15 minutes is the total weight on a strap shock, right? 15 minutes what you got?
Varies from time to time. It's on about 15 minutes.
I think that's like the regulations.
I get out of here, idiot.
No one's trying to argue with you. I'm just telling you there's a rule for this.
Sounds like he's coming back up.
It's a lawful thing.
We never give you a hard time. I'm not saying you gave us a hard time, but it's interesting you're acting differently with that guy in the car than
that's how I act from now on. Now, when I get stopped, I don't answer any questions.
And you don't have to.
I'm not going to put myself in whatever terms that
That's
how I practice.
I'm not saying
It's my lawful. It's my right too.
as it is.
You know that.
Stephen was issued a warning and was free to leave, but 2 months later, Deputy Pocket was parked off the main road and noticed Stephen driving past. The deputy pulls out slowly and begins a left turn to follow Stephen, and based on this dashcam video, roughly 10 seconds pass before he activates his emergency lights. By the time Little Pocket turns onto the road, Stephen's vehicle cannot be seen, and another 10 seconds pass before his vehicle is even in frame.
Wait a minute. What are the odds that he sees the same car and stops him again?
Already.
And the thing too is, how if you're gonna try and pull him over for speeding, is there not a radar gun to justify the stop? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got so many questions here. How are you just continually stopping the same guy? There's no radar to justify this?
Parking in the post office parking lot, and by the time the pocket deputy pulls into the lot, Stephen can be seen walking up to the entrance, but stops and turns around before entering. Audio is not available, as Deputy Pocket failed to activate his body-worn camera in a timely manner, but eventually he gets it turned on.
Because you're getting pulled over. Get back in the car. Get back.
We've seen this before. Like, you're already out of the car and they're trying to make you a traffic stop to get back in the car is so weird to me.
In the car. We're not playing this.
Right now, 16 St. Albans. I'll be 75 in the post office parking lot. 16, 14, 25.
Get back in the car. Come here. Come here. Stop. You're getting pulled over. Enough. Do you have anything on you? Okay. Just face the car. Just face the car.
Don't touch
Stop,
me.
sir. Stop. You're getting pulled over for an inspection sticker. Just stop.
Why are you
okay?
touching me?
Because you got out of the car on a traffic stop. You can't do that. Do you understand me? Stop. Okay, just put your hands behind your back, okay? Stop.
What are you doing, dude?
Stephen claims he did not know he was being pulled over until the moment he turned around, but Deputy Pocket now claims that Stephen got out of his vehicle during a traffic stop. This is demonstrably false.
This is
but Deputy
so bad.
Pocket will continue the lie throughout the encounter when addressing backup units, knowing that it would sound like a much more egregious act than the truth of catching up to Stephen just before he entered the post office.
This is enough.
Enough of
Is that a
what?
gun or?
Yeah, this is my weapon. Why are you touching my stuff?
Because you got out of the car on a traffic stop. You can't do that.
When I came in here.
Well, I told you to get back in the car. That's not how this works, okay? That's not how this works.
Yeah, but your tone of voice you speak to me is not very...
Well, when you get out of the car on a traffic stop, you can't do that. And then you didn't get back in when I told you to.
I went to get my mail, man. You've been here, man.
Hey, well, when you see the lights and the sirens,
the door.
it's for an inspection sticker enough. Do you have your license on you, man?
Can you stop touching me?
Well, when you get out of the car on a traffic stop, that's not safe for me. Do you understand that?
I wasn't even
That's how we do
stopped by you.
Yes, you were. That's what the lights and the sirens mean. Do you have your license and registration on you? Yeah. Do you have your license, registration, insurance on you?
Yeah.
Do you have any other weapons on you or in the vehicle?
I don't.
Okay. Hop back in the car. Enough, okay? Just listen to what I tell you to do and we don't have any issues. That's it. Do you understand?
I have been listening. I asked you a question.
Well, you didn't listen because I told you to get back in the car and you didn't.
Stay in the car, pup. Stay in the car.
Nice dog. Okay. Get your license, your registration, and your insurance.
Stop with
you understand?
your voice.
Hey, stop. You're being ridiculous.
Just chill. Don't be respectful. I was told to get my mail, and he jumped out and you're yelling at me, man.
Well, you know what? We can deal with that after. Right now, listen to what he has to say. Okay?
I was listening.
Okay.
They grabbed me.
Are you all right?
Around.
Are you all right today?
I'm sick. Could you stop?
Actually, hold on. I'm going to turn your car off. Hold on. I'm going to turn your car off.
My license right there. Grab it.
All right, grab it.
Yeah.
Man, lately, you've been giving us a lot of problems lately.
How am I giving you a problem?
And then the next time you sit by the road, you chum us up like we're your friend, but then we stop.
I'm not chumming anyone up and talking to Blake.
And you've done it to me too. So we seem to have as long as we're not turning our blue lights on, we're cool. And then the moment we turn our blue lights on, you cop an attitude.
I never said a problem. What's the?
Give me your
license. You
license.
have attitude right.
Give me your license.
I don't have attitude. You'll know when I have an attitude, and I don't have that right now. Step to the front of this car.
When you see, go to the front of the car.
Why are you not listening?
I have been listening. You guys are being really
We're not. We're being. Oh, well, I can tell you, we're treating you with respect. respect and being fine with you.
When you come up and grab me when I was just standing there.
Well, here's the deal. When you get pulled over by the police and the police tell you to do something when the blue lights are on, you get back in the car.
We don't have
you
to
have to listen.
You're my servant.
No, we don't have to listen.
You're
not playing the...
I'm not playing, dude.
Yes,
we don't have
I was out of my car. When you pulled in, I was already out of my car going down.
That's really the only point he needs to argue, is be like, I was out of my car 2 feet or whatever feet from the door when you turned in with your lights on. That was not a, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only real part he needs to argue.
We don't have to listen to you.
Yeah,
You're not gonna...
it was.
Sit down. Sit down.
So what do you want from me?
Sit down on the
He's
bumper.
telling you what to do, so sit down.
Stop. Sit down.
Really?
No, what's really is you acting the way you're acting. We're sick of it. For 1 second, be quiet while I talk to you. You want to come chum us up when we're not doing law enforcement, then you act like this, a raging jerk, and with your bike, stop.
So they're basically trying to scold him about how he's treating them. This shit is so frivolous right now.
Interrupting me and shut your mouth.
Car, tries to go inside, doesn't listen to anything.
No, wow, is we're sick of your crap and the way you act. We're sick of it. Don't come pulling up to us anymore and acting like we're friends, and then pull this shit on traffic stops. We're done. Do you understand me? Don't pull up next to us anymore because you're two different people. When the lights come on, you're my servant. You do what I say. Then when
That's not what I said.
Yes, it is.
You said I don't have to listen to you.
Let's just start the paperwork and get it going, and then we'll get it.
It's a two-way street.
It is, but when you are two-faced like you've been,
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're two-faced. You have your. Hey.
The sergeant on scene now adds to the gaslighting. First, by stopping the bully lecturer to ask for Steven's license.
Hey, you have your license?
Yeah, I was trying to get it, but I'm getting all roughed up.
We're not roughing you up.
Did you? Hey, over here.
The sergeant then directs Steven to pay attention to him, and after having been repeatedly asked for his driver's license, Steven turns to get it for Sergeant Allen.
Yeah, you are. You're two-faced.
You have your. Hey, you have your license?
Yeah, I was trying to get it, but I'm getting all roughed up.
We're not roughing you up.
Did you? Hey, over here, Mr. Bellows.
Sick of it. So I didn't tell you. Sit on the bumper. Listen, buddy.
They're fucking with him so tough right now, bro. This reminds me of being in boot camp when your drill instructor, one would tell you to do one thing, the other one would tell you to do something different, and no matter what you do, they're both screaming at you because they fuck with you.
The license.
Listen.
No,
what fucking part of listen do you not understand?
What do you want me to do?
Did you not?
To listen.
I'm listening. What?
I don't know why he got to grab him like this. This shit's mad disrespectful, man.
Keep your ass on the bumper and listen.
They tried walking away from you?
And he had a gun on him.
I was already out of the car before he pulled in.
But when I get out of the car and tell you,
and
when I tell you to get back in your car,
what's going on?
I told you, you're getting pulled over, get back in the car.
He's been escalating every time we've dealt with him
I'm
in the
not
last month and a half.
escalating.
What we're gonna do with
How am I escalating?
Do you have a license on you? Yes or no?
Right in my wallet. So you can find it. I'm not moving because I don't want to be grabbed.
Okay, so why didn't you stop when the deputy asked you to stop? Why'd you keep walking away?
I turned around and stood there, Blake.
But why didn't you?
I'll answer your question. I stood there and I said, he got out and he said, get in your car.
And why didn't
I said, what's up? He's like, you're being pulled over. I'm like, for what?
But you
and then he comes up and grabs me and throws me on my car.
You were not thrown on the car.
Yes, you did.
It's all on camera. But how come you wouldn't listen to his commands?
I walked towards him. I went to my car.
So
we asked. You're the one getting out.
We wouldn't touch anybody if they were doing what we asked them to do.
I was standing there and I walked to my car.
And to him, we're his servants. We're servants.
In the white thing, you are a public servant.
And we don't have to listen to you.
You don't have
Supreme
a license,
Court, as you know, has already ruled on a traffic stop. We don't have to listen to a word you say. There's a time and a place, which is court.
This is the only white thing.
I won't speak then. If I'm not listening, I won't speak.
What you said?
I'll exercise
Stephen
my
Bellows.
Stephen, what's your date of birth? Stephen, what's your date of birth?
All right, then buckle him up, take him to the office. He doesn't want to identify himself. We already know who he is. He's playing this. So the last couple of times he's been
Just start the paperwork, write everything.
So I'm telling you right now, don't pull up next to me and try and chum me up, because I'm sick of your crap. Do you understand me? If you see me on the side of the road, do not come talk to me.
Steven, do you have insurance for the car?
I have no fucking right.
Steven, enough is enough, okay? I stopped you for an inspection sticker violation. This is ridiculous. Do you have insurance for the car?
An inspection sticker violation? How did he see that when he drove by?
Yes or no? Is it in the car?
$12.
Do you give Corporal Allen permission to get it out?
Because he'll then who's it through?
State Farm.
There we go. I guess we'll try to get it from him then.
Sergeant Allen now asks Officer Pocket some clarifying questions that are answered with blatant lies.
So what, you just kept walking away from him?
Yeah. No, I did not.
And then I'm like, well, come back over here, and then back it all.
Well, I want the camera.
And then I saw the guy, so I was like, no, we're not playing this game.
And last time we dealt with him, he had a new guy with him
you're allowed
that
to carry,
was
but when
like
you're not
sovereign
listening
citizen.
to my commands. No, it's sovereign citizen. Oh, is this Albert?
Yeah, the guy that you stopped.
Yeah.
So this is him right here. And then like 2 weeks later, he's showing me up like we're buddies, even though, which is fine.
I didn't even talk to you. I was talking to Blake.
But why wouldn't you listen to what he was telling you to do in the first place?
I did. I walked towards him. I said, "What's up?" I asked a question. You're being poor. I said, "For what?" Like I would if I was in my car.
Or did he ask you to sit in the car?
He asked me to go to the car, and I stood by the car, and then he grabbed me and pushed me in the car.
How many times did he ask you to get into the car?
Once, and then I went over to the car, and he's like, "Oh, you have a gun." I'm like,
well, I've known Deputy Pocket for a very long time.
Well, it should be all on the camera.
Yeah. And the problem is, too, due to the interaction last time where he was hostile with his passenger.
How am I hostile?
So now, due to the way you've been acting lately, you're going to...
hostile?
No.
And there lies the problem with law enforcement in the United States. They are charged with being the defenders of our God-given rights, and are alleged to keep us free from those who wish to take our property, life, or freedoms, whether the aggressors are citizens or their brotherly government officials. However, Corporal Allen believes that Stephen is, quote, hostile for refusing to answer the arbitrary questions posed by the state actors.
By the way, this is all protected stuff, and he acts... it's scary that he says that that's hostile. You exercising your right is hostile to an officer, because you're not doing what they want you to do is hostile, when specifically it is a protected right. And that's the problem with these ego-driven maniacs that have a badge. They are the problem.
It's apparent that he takes great offense to being treated as a figure of government authority should be treated.
And in like what in what world is grabbing a person like this? That's uncalled for. Right? That's just not proper.
With silence, though he likely
he's scolding
sees
at
himself
him.
as a
He's scolding him like a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is unprofessional as fuck.
great patriot. He ridicules Stephen for exercising the protected rights that separate the United States from every other country in the world. First, by telling Stephen to shut up.
You act like this, a raging jerk, and with your bike, stop interrupting me and shut your mouth.
Tries to go inside, doesn't listen to anything.
No, wow, we're sick of your crap and the way you act.
Then making an issue over the mere possession of a firearm.
And he had a gun.
I was already out of the car.
And finally, claiming that remaining silent is hostile.
Last time where he was hostile with his passenger.
And without even incorporating the unlawful search and seizure, which we'll get to in a moment, the deputy is betraying 3 of the first 5 amendments to the US Constitution, which, if I'm doing my math correctly, makes him the least patriotic individual on scene.
Obviously you're the victim as usual, which is fine. You have a right to be a victim, but so when you act a certain way against us, then it escalates things. If you're cool with us, we're cool with you. But when now lately you've been two-faced the last couple times I've dealt with you, so now we don't trust you, which is fine. But when you act a different way with
HRE 281.
But when you act this way, a different way, then I see you outside, and then you're like, hey, how's it going? Or you're, and then you try and be my buddy.
I'm not on a traffic stop.
It doesn't matter. We're doing a job.
Way on a traffic stop or not? Just because we wear a uniform and we come in contact with you.
Because anything I say incriminates myself. It's a Fifth Amendment.
If you would have just followed what he told you, he probably would have just gave you a warning and sent you on your way. No, I think there's more to this because, like I said, I've known Deputy.
Yeah, go watch the body cam.
Talk real quick. So every time I know Deputy Pocket pretty well.
Go through my whole car. Go for it.
We don't need to search your car. We're not even asking you to. But you shouldn't. Do I treat you any differently whether I'm in uniform or out of uniform?
No.
Huh?
No.
So then don't treat me any differently because I'm wearing a uniform or I'm not wearing a uniform. Or you're on a traffic stop or not on a traffic stop. If you're just cool and calm with us, then we'll just go through the motions and get you out of here. We have better shit to do.
I'm sure the cops in Vermont have nothing better to do, bro. What's really happening in Vermont? Do we even know what happens in that fucking state? It's just there in the top portion of the U.S. fucking woods.
passively resisting when I got here.
Because we don't just do that just for no reason.
You eye me one more time, we're gonna have problems.
Like what? What sort of problems would a fine patriot like yourself create from being looked at?
I'm sick of your shit.
This isn't how, like, but you just said yourself that you treat us differently on traffic stops. So obviously we're gonna treat people.
When I get pulled over, I don't speak anymore because it incriminates yourself.
But you have to.
Did he only ask you simple
what my rights are? I've been reading law books.
Yeah,
I'm exercising my rights.
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, then we're gonna exercise our rights on our private time. That we don't need to be friendly to people.
Well, yeah, you won't talk to me.
We're not going to because we hate two-faced people, and you just admitted on camera that you're two-faced because you treat us differently when we're just trying to provide for our families and keep it safe out here.
I'm just trying to survive.
Even worthy.
No,
the issue here is this cop is taking out all of the stuff that he feels that he sees on social media about people bashing on cops, and now he's trying to take all that frustration and vindicate, you know, himself and other cops, and he's trying to fight that battle through him.
So this is the new him now, just so you're aware. I wouldn't give him 2 seconds of your time anymore. We've always been cool with you. Here we go. We're all free citizens.
I didn't go through your wallet. Only the stuff that was out of it.
But you have to. But if you're traveling on the road, you have to follow the rules that the state of Vermont has governed. Which means you have to listen to the police.
So that way it doesn't blow.
You have to listen to our lawful commands, and there's a time and a place to go.
I was.
And you're interrupting.
It's not even.
No, it's not. But this is what I was telling you about after that traffic stop. How he's two-faced.
Well, now he just admitted to me that he's going to treat me differently.
Speaking about me after traffic stops, which is.
No, I put his 10-0 code out because of your hostile thing to make sure my fellow co-workers are safe, because you obviously can't be trusted.
That actually sounds like they set up a target on his back, to be honest with you. The way he's kind of setting it up. Like, you're talking about this guy, now everybody is aware, so now they all go up to him and approach him and treat him differently than they would anybody else that they stopped.
And you just admitted on our camera that you treat us differently when we're in uniform when we're not. So you're the one that shouldn't be trusted.
I don't treat anyone differently. I'm not going to speak to people on my traffic spot.
No, which is your legal right, but in turn, for me, I've known you for a long time, never had an issue with you, right?
That's the thing. I know you guys personally. I've always respected you guys. But when I was telling him the last time I pulled over, every time I go to New York, the more I say, I got a lawsuit with them because they gave me 3 tickets that were all got thrown out. They were all unlawful.
But we're not in New York.
Bad experience. I know, but it's the mindset. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard.
But that's like saying for us that we have to treat everybody the same because we have a bad. So like, I can't help you with that situation, but I've never had an issue with you. Always been friendly, talked with you, no issues.
I don't want a problem.
No one's saying you are. But what I'm saying is when you tell me that you're going to treat me differently if I stop you, that doesn't sit very well with me, because now I have to be heightened because you're going to treat me differently.
I wasn't treating him any differently when he came here.
Okay.
I asked him, what's going on? I said, pull over. So I walked towards him.
With a gun, which you're allowed to have, but when you're not listening to the police and you have a handgun on you, he doesn't know you.
Speaking of lawfully carrying a firearm, first, it is important to note that it is unlawful to carry a firearm into a post office or other federal building, even with a carry permit. Aside from that and other exceptions, you may be wondering where Officer Pocket scurried off to. Well, at this time, he is unlawfully and needlessly extending the length of the traffic stop to find and run a serial number on Steven's revolver.
Grand L16, so almost gotta get 99 gun check.
Remember, Steven was not and is not suspected of criminal activity, and is not believed to be dangerous. However, most states will allow a deputy to seize a gun as a matter of safety, but manipulating the cylinder to find a serial number, and extending the stop to begin a separate investigation into the weapon is an absolute, unlawful search and seizure.
What if we look at the body cam, and, or we can prove through dispatch that it added, a minute, 45 seconds to run that serial number through NCIC.
Because like you said, the person is, no indicators that are prohibited. There's no reason they shouldn't have it, and is as if. So are you running a new investigation?
You can't add time to the stop. There's no reason to believe that person is committing any crime. And you cannot chase daisies here. You can't chase other, hunches. start looking for
stuff to see what you find.
That's right. You can't just start chasing these other, these investigations.
Separate things
and
on the
adding time
one.
to the traffic stops without some reasons. We don't like the guy that has nothing going on except speeding and a gun. We should not add time to the traffic stop.
Deputy Pocket's unlawful extension of the traffic stop added nearly 2.5 minutes to the encounter. And, in the deputy's own words,
I stopped you for an inspection sticker violation. This is ridiculous.
And during the extension, Stephen is forced to sit and listen to more of this.
But it goes, you have every right to not answer questions or anything, but you do not have a right to disregard a lawful order. I wasn't here, but I also know Deputy Pocket.
Alright, it's just word against word, but I'm telling you, I just stood there. I didn't try to go in.
He was giving. Did he ask you
when
to
I was
step back in the
5 feet
car?
from the door?
Yep.
He pulled in and hit the siren. I
Yep.
turned around and I said, "What's up?" He's like, "You're being pulled over." I'm like, "Okay," and I walked towards the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, "For what?" He's like, "Just go in the car," and I'm like, "Okay," and then he grabbed me and put me on the car.
So he was passively resisting.
See, like the sergeant there hearing that story. If you're outside the door, he got to be thinking like, well, that don't sound too great. You're coming in with the lights on after the fact I'm out the car. That's crazy.
When I got here, not listening and arguing, so he can say what he wants. If it's a fraction of what I saw, I know why Deputy Pocket did what he did.
The ones that are aggressive towards me.
No, because you don't listen. Because you don't listen. You cannot answer questions like the sergeant said, but you have to follow our lawful commands, no matter what. And if you don't want to, stay home.
Let him pat me down.
Oh, you let him pat you down. It's not even worth it. No.
Well, he wanted to. He wanted to grab me and put my hands
Well,
on
now
my back.
this is so from here on out, don't come up to any of our cruisers unless you have a complaint to make or a case.
You can't tell him what to do, bro. This guy's out of control.
No, don't. Because now I don't trust you. Especially if I'm wearing the uniform, because you've already said you're basically like, I don't know what you're gonna do. And you just put on camera that you're treating us differently in uniform. So now you are not to be trusted. And you will be treated as such, just so you know. If I stop you, you're gonna have zero chances.
I want the camera. I want to put a FOIA request for all this.
That's fine. Yeah, so you can see yourself saying you treat us differently in and out of uniform. Which is your right, but you can't.
This cop just won't shut up. He just won't shut up. His ego is so hurt. He just has to keep rambling on this guy and trying to scold him like a kid.
Treat people and say that and then expect
you hurt my feelings and I'm not gonna trust you anymore if I stop you. Meh. That's this fucking big ass crybaby. You're too big, bro. Look at this guy, 6 foot something, clearly crying to this guy. You're so fucking butthurt, sensitive and egos, bro.
Exercising my rights on my traffic stop.
Right, but your exercise for a right on a traffic stop is to not answer questions, correct?
I don't want to. I don't
right,
have to.
but is it?
I don't have to be talking right now.
Right, but that doesn't mean you can't follow commands if given. I'm just hear me out. I'm not saying you did or didn't. I'm just saying.
I always do follow commands.
And if somebody asks you for a license,
when you pulled me over in Albert, I gave him all my paperwork. I said, "Here you go." And he was asking me all these questions. I said, "Do you want to know where I'm going? I'm going to get my tobacco. I'm going home. I work 10 hours."
Yeah.
That's it. You guys want to drug test me, do everything?
Nobody's
I'm
asking.
straight to zero. I don't care.
All we're asking is we treated fairly, and just so you're aware,
the part in the sandbar for drugs, there's nothing in there.
I'm pretty sure you can't wear a gun into a federal building. You can't. So you just committed a federal crime.
I didn't go in there.
Just saying, I'm just educating. How I'm close not was he saying into the anything. building with his firearm? We're not
Look at this guy. He wants to get him on something. This guy's a dickhead.
accusing you, so don't say that we are. I'm just saying that. And future reference, if you're going to the post office, probably not.
I didn't see signage.
It's federal building. You can't.
Okay, well, I didn't see signage.
I'm just saying.
Thank you for letting me know.
Steven,
That's just
I'm going to
prevent.
put your handgun on your passenger side seat. Do not touch the gun until we're done. Do you understand?
Because you can get a federal offense for that.
I didn't know that.
People get uppity, well, mostly in the post office, stuff like that. So is your plan to get the windshield fixed soon?
So yeah, so I wrote you a warning for the inspection and the windshield, but the car's not registered. Nope. So I wrote you a ticket for that. It's $162 fine. No points. Fines are preset by the state, not by me. You have 20 days to respond to the ticket. If you do something with it in 20 days, pay it and test it. All the instructions are on the back of the ticket. Just follow those. You pay it online. You can mail it in. Just whatever you choose to do. Do something with it in 20 days. And that's okay?
Stephen was issued a ticket and took care of it, and he is now considering pursuing civil action. But regardless of whether or not he is successful, the important part is done. Publishing your experiences like this show that it is a widespread problem in the United States. Officers throughout the country continue to show us how often it is that they do not understand the law, let alone our constitutional rights and why we exercise them. But as always, I'm curious what you think of this interaction, so let me know in the comments down below.
Well, yeah, it pretty much just showed, like, if I had to guess that they got a hard on for this guy, Steven, the odds that they pull his car over a second time is just crazy. And the thing is the officer said the initial stop was some kind of something inspection. I don't know what he was looking for, but it just seemed odd from what we saw from the beginning of the dash cam that the car just drives by. I don't know how you could have saw any kind of a sticker or something on there, whatever, but that was the justification for the stop. I think at the end of the day, that it's super weird when someone's out of the vehicle and he pulled up into the lot after the fact. He wasn't even in sight. So Steven couldn't even see the lights going off, because at the beginning of the video, you saw he was already way ahead. You didn't even see Steven in sight. And it wasn't until the cop pulled up to the parking lot, we saw Steven out of the car. And that's when he turns in and gives him the commands and all this stuff. So it just seems super frivolous, almost bullying. This cop right here, big fucking crybaby, crying about how he's being treated and all this stuff. Other just pretty frivolous, you know what I'm saying? But it goes a long way in showing kind of what they will do when they got a hard on for you out there, especially if you're in like these smaller towns and stuff where clearly they see each other enough outside of work. The sergeant said they saw each other. Small towns, it's going to happen. That would make it super awkward too. But hopefully that guy gets something out of this. I don't know. All right. I think that is going to be all the videos I want to go through today. I'll save some of the other ones for another day, man. I'm going to move the party on over to Kick, y'all. If you're on Instagram, come on over to kick.com/djmoondawglive is where we're going to be at. We're just going to chop it up over there. I don't know what I'm going to get into just yet, but we're going to vibe out. It's snowing in Chicago. I think it's still snowing over here. I think it's still snowing over here, and ain't nothing to do on a snow day, but just kind of vibe out and stuff. So come on over if you're on Instagram, kick.com/djmoondawglive. All right. And let's go ahead and kill the YouTube.